Hello，对，试一下声音，OK 吗？OK 的是的，OK，
Hello，
好的，我这边，哎，OK，Great，好，各位项目方投资人，大家下午好，欢迎来到我们 Token Planet 首届的 Demo Day，我是 EXIO Group Deputy CEO 偷鸭张今天我是我们这个 Demo Day 的一个全程的一个主持人。Good afternoon, projects founders and investors. Welcome to the inaugural Token Planet Demo Day. I'm Toya Zhang, Deputy CEO of EXIO Group, and I will be the host today. 今天的 Demo Day 呢，和我们常见的一些 Demo Day 是不一样的。今天的 Demo Day 是预筛选的，是在 Token Planet 平台上由AI 语音 Samantha 首先与项目方对话，与投资人对话，根据投资人的投资偏好推送项目，然后再由投资人和运营团队分别打分，综合结果推选来的。另外今天的 Demo Day 呢，在项目方介绍的同时，会开启投资人对于项目投资意向的收集。各位投资人可以将这个 Token Planet 这个直播下面的页面呢下拉，找到认筹按钮，认筹意向高的项目会由 EXIO 进行 RWA 的发行，并协助一级分销和二级的上架流程。Today's demo day is different from the demo days we typically see. The pre-selected of today's program are actually being conducted by AI voice Samantha, first filtered by having conversations with project and then having conversations with investors. The selected projects today are actually being combined by multiple aspects of factors. Furthermore, during today's demo day, while project founders are presenting, we will simultaneously open the collection of investment from investors. Investors can scroll down the page and find the subscription button. OK，我们为了节约一些时间就不用我因为今天来自五湖四海的人非常多，不用我每一遍就是中文一遍，英文一遍。这里呢建议大家开启这个字幕字幕是有一个翻译的功能这个是一个小的 tips。你们可以自己选择如果 presenter 是您自己听的是中文，presenter 是用英文，字幕就会显示您自己这边的一个偏好的语言。OK，那我接下来介绍，有一段是欢迎词就是今天我们欢迎来自日本和韩国的大型投资者社区参与其中他们不仅是 Token Planet 生态的重要成员，也是我们 EXIO Group 亚太区域的战略合作伙伴。感谢你们跨时区加入，让这场 Demo Day 真正成为一场亚洲的一个资本对接的一个 event。同时呢，我们也代表 Token Planet 感谢一路支持这个平台的机构合作伙伴。包括我们的菜控股、水滴、SNZ、Animoca、Hash Global 这些投资人，我不一一列举了。我们这个注册的投资人非常非常的多。在正式开始之前呢，我们也邀请到 SNZ 的 Henry 给我们做一个 welcoming 的 remark。那接下来欢迎 Henry。
好的，谢谢偷雅。那我就用英文来介绍吧。So good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry from SNZ, partner and chief business officer. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here at the EXIO's Token Planet event and participate as one of the investors. Over the past 16 years, I've been working at the Hong Kong's capital markets and the Asia Web3 ecosystem, from TradFi to crypto. I've had the opportunity to witness the full cycle from early exploration of the today's increasingly institutionalization, regulatory clarity, and the tokenization process, especially for the Hong Kong capital markets. Hong Kong has played a very unique role in this journey. It is not only a global financial center, but also a key platform connecting the traditional capital with the Web3 innovation as a part of its fintech and the technology innovative process. If we look back at the history, today's RWA tokenization movement is one of the key milestones similar to some of the Hong Kong's past structural innovation at the IPO market. In 1993, Hong Kong opened up for the red chip listing process, which allows the top quality Chinese companies to have a chance to list in the international market. In 2018, Hong Kong Stock Exchange opened up for listing for pre-revenue biotech companies, dual share class companies, and technology companies who's listed in overseas and want to come back have a secondary listing in Hong Kong. The RWA is an extension of that and will continue to facilitate not only the listing or fundraising in an innovative way, but also to support more technological advanced companies, which includes the Web3 ecosystem players. So we're very excited to see the rapid rise of AI applications well over the past 2 years, which is also accelerating the journey from innovation to commercialization for a startup company who typically would require 8 to 10 years to develop until it becomes a publicly listed company to today, it has a much shorter time span required from idea to maturity. So we believe the combination of agentic empowered process and RWA tokenization process will become another important milestone for the capital markets in general, especially for Hong Kong and the Asia ecosystem. So today we see a lot of teams standing out from hundreds of companies through the AI selection process. I'm very excited to listen to the presentation from the 10 founders and the project teams. But I'm particularly interested to learn the projects that can demonstrate the real use cases, business models, instead of simple narratives, and also how your business model can justify your valuation, justify your fundraising requirement on the long term. Finally, I wish all the presenters, founders, and the project teams best of luck and have a great success for today's event at the Token Planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you very much. Thanks for the kind words and encouragement.在我们正式开始之前呢，我还有几个小 tips 给到今天所有来参加的投资人。第一个呢，就是在路演期间呢，大家可以通过这个，因为我们这个是 inbuilt 的一个 Zoom，所以大家可以通过 Zoom chat 呢，向 presenter 进行提问这些问题 presenter 在一个 present 结束的时间之后呢，会在 Q&A 环节进行回答。第二个呢，就是我们有这个实时的字幕翻译。如果大家已经就是应该进来的时候已经提醒您了，就是设置一下，是哪一个语言是偏好的语言。OK，那这样的话，我在这儿说中文，如果您的语言是英文的话，应该是可以实时显示到英文的这个英文的字幕的。第三个呢，就是我们的这个认筹认筹呢是在 Token Planet 到 AI 页面下面，在这个 Live Stream 的下面，大家 scroll down 就能看到今天将要 present 的所有项目。实时您听到了之后呢，觉得感兴趣，可以进行一定的投资额度，标注过来。这个该意向呢不具备法律的约束力。OK，那大家比如说在翻译有问题或者是字幕有问题有任何的技术性的问题，也欢迎在这个讨论区跟大家讨论一下。接下来呢，让我们欢迎第一个项目第一个项目是 EXIO。那接下来把时间交给 EXIO的 founder，谢谢大家。
谢谢主持人，谢谢各位朋友，我现在请大家稍等一下。OK，大家现在看到我们的屏幕，很高兴先作为第一个来参加的公司，我们的公司呢叫 EXIO，然后我们是全球在一个专利的技术叫重组外媒体上面的初创企业，也是一个领导者。那么首先很快跟大家介绍一下什么是外媒体。我们是一个生物科技的团队，大家知道细胞所有包括人、动物的细胞之间，它去进行传输。是通过一个小囊泡，纳米级的小囊泡，我们叫做 exosome，叫做外泌体。然后大家可以理解成它们是这些不同的细胞之间传递信息的快递员。 那么这项发现呢，也是2013年诺贝尔奖生物学奖的一个内容。那么我们就是应用这项技术用在皮肤、用在医学美容和抗衰老的这个实验上面。那么在过去3年当中，我们这家企业取得了一些成绩。第一是在创新技术上面，我们在全球的范围内，我们的专利技术较传统的工艺实现了100倍的产率的提升，而且呢，在这个外媒体的内部，我们实现了治疗性的蛋白的装载。第二个呢，我们在商业化的落地上面，已经在去年的4季度进行了商业化，在过去的3个季度当中，我们也成为中国大陆外媒体出海的业务的第一名，然后在中国这边业务的前3增速的第一，也是增长最快的企业。然后在整个的研究方面，我们有非常完整的专利的矩阵，有一项国际的 PCT 专利和多项的中国专利。然后我们在多个储备的项目在推进入临床前的这个创新药。然后我们最近有一篇文章在顶级的期刊发表，也和国内这个领域头部的团队头部的医院合作。我们整个创业团队呢是一个融合了战略投资、科学方面还有营销方面的一个组合的一个团队。那么后面我会跟大家来去详细介绍一下我们的技术和我们产品的亮点，以及我们的一些团队的情况。那么我们的这项发现，实际上，针对于传统的，大家会更熟悉的是干细胞也能提取外媒体，我们在这个传统技术上实现了一个重大突破。那么传统的干细胞的外媒体的痛点呢，是说，第一不安全，第二个干细胞每一批次都要从不同的这个人的组织上去提取，它每个人的状态不一样，所以它的质量也非常难控制。那么我们这样的一个团队呢，原来一直在做生物的制药、生物的科技，所以我们想到了一个在生物科技里面的 first principle 第一性原理，就是用重组的这个技术来去表达，而不是从一些天然的细胞来去提取。那么无论是大家熟悉的像胰岛素啊，和这种像减肥神器 GLP-1，其实上都是用一个重组的技术来去进行标准化的表达。那么我们以完体为去作为一个载体，实现了一个在科学上我们叫做装载。我们在内部呢装了自然界最强的抗氧化酶，在它的表面呢又放了一个这个融合的蛋白。所以，这是因为我们知道，其实衰老包括皮肤衰老的根源是氧化应激和炎症这2个靶点，所以我们进行了对症下药。那么我们的2个突破呢，第一个传统的外媒体的技术，最后有一个很难的问题，就是它产量比较低，所以有点像电动车一样。那个早期的电动车，你的电池很贵，很难迎来电动车的时代。所以呢，我们进行了一个专利的细胞系的改造，使得它的产量提高了2个数量级，使得我们能够商用这样子的一个技术。第二个呢，其实外媒体本身呢，它是一个递送载体，但它又是一个空泡泡。所以你在里面必须要去装载这种治疗性的蛋白。所以我们的技术突破，第二个就是在我们的载体上面来去装载这样的一个抗氧化酶和抗炎的蛋白，能够让它把这些成分递送到细胞内。这些成分呢本身很难到达细胞内，所以呢外媒体呢刚好是一个快递员，把它送到细胞内，这是一个非常好的一个搭配。那么我们的外媒体相较传统的干细胞外媒体有非常多的优势，它来源更清晰，它形态更完整，它的整个的生产更加的安全，更加的靠近生物制药的这个级别。那么基于这个技术呢，我们也完成了产品化。我们的首个的产品，明星产品叫做 Formula 313配方313。那么它是一个面部的一个高端的一个护理的产品，用于全脸的一个使用。那么我们这款产品在相较全球的类似的产品，大家肯定知道，像韩国那边，它有 K Beauty，它的美容产品啊、护肤产品是比较有名的。那么 ASCE 是在韩国甚至全球目前，销售时间最长，也是销售最多的一个产品。过去1年，它的25年的销售额大概超过1亿美金。那么我们的产品呢，相较他们呢，有非常好的优势。第一，我们的浓度是我们的竞品的至少10倍以上，我们更加的安全，而且有专利的这个保护。那么基于这个产品到底有没有效？我们在依照生物药的这个严格的标准，我们做了细胞上的实验，它能够提高受损细胞的活性，能够促进 进胶原蛋白的再生。那么我们也进行了严格的光老化的动物模型大鼠上面的一个实验，也体现出非常好的效果。那么与此同时呢，我们时至今日也超过了5000例的真人的测试，包括各类的一个疗法，它在皮肤上面各个维度上面有很好的一个抗衰的一个效果。那么在今年的3月份，我们把我们所有的发现也在这个期刊里面进行了发表，这是也是在生物材料方面的一个顶级期刊。同时呢，我们有专利的保护。还有一个巨大的优势是说，在中国的法规下，其实干细胞的和干细胞的提取物是很难出口或进口的，这是涉及中国人的遗传信息。但是在这个法规下，重组的外媒体，我们用细胞系来去表达并不受限，所以这也是使得我们在中国也是非常少数的能够自由进出口的一家企业，所以也是为什么我们现在的生意主要的模式是出口到海外做跨境的这个生意。现在我们包括美国、中东、台湾地区和土耳其都是我们主要的快速开拓的市场。然后我们也有在相应的市场上有合规的备案，包括在美国的 FDA 的这个相关产品的一个获批和备案。那么与此同时呢，不光是在皮肤方面，在毛发再生上面也是外媒体很好的一个应用领域。那么在长寿的点滴方面，很多市场也有很大的需求，这也是我们在 pipeline 上面的一个产品。那么，那么整个的外媒体很快的跟大家介绍，全球呢也是在一个快速爆发的一个周期。那么之前大家听说过透明质酸和胶原蛋白，那么在细胞级的再生方面抗衰，那么外媒体毫无疑问是下一个时代前一级市场一个最重要的一个抗衰成分。那么它有大量的科学的证明和临床的实验，目前在全球的去推进，很多大牌儿，大家熟悉的大牌儿，包括韩国的、欧美的也在推外媒体类似的护肤产品。那么在这方面，其实全球的法规的认可和获批也是很不错的。那么中国是按照药品来去注册，那么在这个基础上，我们也在国外、在美国、在中东和东南亚。包括在国内，在中国都有了不错的快速爬升的收入。那么我们从去年底开始商业化，今年的话应该是能做到超过400万美金的收入，然后后面每一年都是一个快速的增长期。那么我们在前2年呢是研发的投入的亏损，那么今年呢也是有望EBITDA cash flow positive。那么同时呢，我们的团队其实是整个的公司最重要的资产。那么我本人呢是公司的 CEO 和 co-founder，我过去的12年都是在国内来去做医疗健康方面的投资、并购和运营，有超过12年的这方面的专业领域。那我们的科学的 scientific co-founder 呢，陈博士呢，也是在中国有超过20年的 biotech 和药物的研发经历。然后我们的营销方面的负责人 Michael，在中国有很多的名品 blockbuster 的产品的打造的经验。那么整个的一个融资呢，我们在历史上我们的种子轮融了200万美金，然后我们目前启动了整个 A 轮的融资300万美金，主要用于海外的业务的扩张和进一步的新品的打造和研发的投入。好，以上就是关于 ISOMed 和我们公司的一个介绍，谢谢大家，看大家有没有什么问题。
哎，感谢李明总，我已经看到有个问题了，就是说这个东西香港什么时候能买？我相信可能大家也关心这个东西什么时候能商业化落地吧。
是的，我们还有问题，其实像大家在香港我们其实大家去高端的SPA 或者是医美机构，外媒体会有很多的医生来去推荐。那么我们目前也在找香港的代理商，我们之前呢也有一些少数的合作的机构在去进行一些打样。那么目前我们在今年呢，一定会大家在香港会看到我们的产品，我们也在寻找代理商。那么目前呢，实际上大家在台湾地区，我们的产品的市占率还是不错，在外媒体的这领域。嗯。 我就接着回答我们很多投资人的朋友的一些问题。我们产品的定价现在呢，因为我们整个的业务呢是 to B 的这个定价给我们的经销商，或者说给一些机构的直接销售。那么我们先不说，就是说因为这个 to B 的这个定价是会相对比较 confidential，然后我们的产品呢，比如说在上海这边，比如说在那个台湾台北地区，做一次联合一些设备的话，大概是在$400左右的一次的这个护肤和保健，对，我们的成本的，您很好问题，我们的成本的曲线，目前呢到后面还是有蛮大的一个下降的空间。从这个 BOM 从生产的这个成本上来说，还有50%到60%的一个下降的一个空间，这个就是规模的效应。从我们的外媒体的料体和我们那些做化妆品的一些单次的这个成本都有比较显著的这个规模的效应。嗯。是我们在现在海外的一个现在的市场的我们现在北美的地区是我们自己的团队在去做，通过独立站 DTC 的 D2C 的方式，然后中东和土耳其都是通过代理商的这个方式。那么中东土耳其和中东我们已经获批了，已经在今年2季度开始产生市场现金流进行预热。对，本轮的募资的估值是在投前接近$2000万。然后我们可比的公司这个领域的话，现在国内的公司来说，多数还都是在 pre-revenue 领域。然后像我们已经有产品有专利的话，很多公司都是按照可能它的这个预期的 cash flow 啊，或者是 market value 的这个方式。然后国际上的一些公司，如果它进入到这个 revenue 的这个阶段，在医美这个领域来说，可能大多数早期阶段按照 PS 来去估值，这估值还相较传统的 consumer 的公司有很大的溢价，基本上在10倍的 PS 到30倍的 PS，这个区间都有这样子，看它的一个成长的一个速度啊，主持人，
好，谢谢李明总。
嗯，
咱们今天这儿还有一个问题，因
那么
为咱们时间
还有一个问题，对。
还有，对对对，还有
好的，那我们的
再回答最后一个问题吧。
刚刚 Henry 有一个问题，对，这个市场其实预期的估值是预期的规模，我们觉得还是非常大的，因为看这种我们叫做高端的抗衰的材料，它的一个市场，比如我们类比胶原蛋白，胶原蛋白现在终端市场大概应该是一个大几百亿的一个水平，包括像韩国的三维针 PDRN 这个成分，现在仅在大陆这边就是超过200多亿，还在快速增长。所以我估计呢，其实全球的外媒体的市场现在呢还比较早期，大概有个3个亿到4个亿美金的终端销售，每年大概30-40的增长，这个市场应该很快速会成长到大概30亿到50亿美金以上的一个估值，一个销售额的一个规模。那么我们跟竞品其实的价格，我们不打这个价格战，我们跟竞品其实的价格是差不多，而且都是属于同等的比较高端的这样的一个 pricing 的一个方面。那么你说的 NDA，我理解就是我们在国内是要去报药，那么在国内的这个 NDA 呢，预期呢先是进临床，我们预计明年是进到这个 IND 临床，大概整个过程呢需要3年的时间再去拿到 NDA，这可能也是比较早的一个能拿到国内拿到注册批件的一个进度了。好的好的，
好，
谢谢你们，谢谢各位，
谢谢李明总。哎，我们
好的。
同时呢也邀请到了这个是我们算是惊喜来宾啊，蔡文胜蔡先生。那李明总您就要接受蔡先生的这个点评了啊。蔡总您在吗？我看您麦是开着的。
我在，对
哎，好好好，嗯，
，OK。那个我3个建议嘛，看完第一个啦，因为你自己本来的 PPT 把自己定义成一个医疗平台，我觉得这是不对的。 你如果要打造一个医美平台，其实是你自己不生产产品，你会把一些其他人生产产品类放在里面，然后另外一边对接用户，明白？这才叫医美平台。你就是一个做产品的，也就是说你的定义要清晰，你到底是做一个医美平台，还是自己做，就是卖这个产品，你必须要给自己一个定义清楚，明白吗？其实单卖产品就能做得很巨大了，可以一年卖像你说的这个市场规模是几十亿的美金，甚至更高，明白吗？那因为看你介绍，你其实就是一个产品，所以就没必要去给自己非要说是一个医美平台，那是两码事。对。
好的，谢谢。
对不对？这是第一个建议。第二个，你的销售你要去界定，你是一个卖产品，产品呢也只能没办法，你也所有的都通吃。你要想说你主要的是 to B 还是 to C？比如你是卖给其他平台合作，还是卖给一些厂家来帮你卖，或者是通过渠道，明白吗？这是一种方式。第二种，你通过互联网方式，直接比如通过直播平台啦，通过网红来帮你推销啦，直接到 to C，这个你也要去思考清楚，明白吗？我建议也只能主打某一种，明白吗？没办法说你又要做 to B，明白吗？又要做 to C，同样这个你要去思考清楚。那么第三个建议就这个外壁提，我第一次听到，因为干细胞已经是几十年的一个推广，大家都一听干细胞，基本上知道它是干嘛的。这个外壁提啦，说实话我是第一次听到，那其他的朋友不知道是不是有听到。当这种新的技术还不够成熟，就口碑还没形成，你用这么一个外币体系推广很难。你应该重新定一个推广营销策略，也就是重新定一个 slogan。其实哪怕你说，就让人家一个说你用了我的产品就能够变漂亮，用了我的产品皮肤变好，都会用这种专业术语去推广，会好很多。明白吗？因为可能要隔5年10年，大家用了这个产品才知道这个专业洗这个外币体就是这么一回事。其实哪怕是在日本、韩国这一类，其实医美整容这一块的市场真的非常大。人家的诉求就是变得健康、变得漂亮，明白吗？人家才不管你后面的基础是怎么样的，后面的基础这些东西是都在后面的，明白吗？可能对专业投资人和这些有用，要去给他解释清楚。但是对于最终用户，没必要用那么生僻的词来去这里的亮点。我就这三个建议。
好的，好的，非常感谢蔡总的这个点评和您的真知灼见，谢谢您。
好。好。
好，
那我
谢谢谢
们先聊到这。
谢蔡总。确
OK。
实非常非常的直中要害，以及我们这个
嗯
所有的人
嗯
相信在家听的人也都听到哦，感觉是茅
嗯
塞顿开的感觉。
嗯
行，那我们接下来呢还有9个项目在这里面，可能有新进来的朋友啊，我再重新说一遍，我们这个是直接有线上的，在 present 的时候就可以认筹的。大家刚才也听到了李明总说我们这个市场规模是有多大，他们的这个技术的壁垒是怎么样的，所以大家如果对这个感兴趣的话呢，可以接下来往下去翻一下，找到这个项目的这个认筹的按钮。这是第一个事情。第二个事情呢，就是我们其实在这个项目上面，AI 也生成了一个报告，比如说是这个市场是怎么样啊，竞品是怎么样啊。当然，这个就是我们也是拿李明总资料去给到 AI 啊，AI 生成了一份报告。如果感兴趣的投资人呢，可以在下面找到有一个小的按钮，在那个我们的项目具体细节的这个地方，哎，在名字右面就直接能看到这个小报告。各位投资人，如果说哎这个领域啊确实是不太熟的一个领域，那希望这份报告也可以帮到你们。Okay, next, we're going to welcome the project named Twism, and the presenter's name will be Raya. Yes, okay. Raj, hi, welcome. The time is yours.
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to meet you. And my name is Raja, and I'm the founder of Twism. A little background on me is my undergrad work was in electrical engineering from MIT. My doctorate work is in materials engineering and quantum optics. if you're familiar now with this whole industry where people get these test kits delivered to their home and you drop in body samples and drop in the mail, I'm the founder of that entire industry. I'm the founder of BioIQ. We invented that whole industry. We had a great acquisition many years ago, and the same investors in that one are in this one, and we think this one's going to be a lot bigger. So what I'd like to do is I just want to make sure. Can everybody hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay,
And now I
great.
can see your screen.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to this website. I'm going to buy something. These are socks from a company called Banana Republic. And what I'm showing you is we built the ability to read signals from any business, anywhere at any time. Online, physical, it doesn't matter. So I'm just making a purchase here with this business. And I'm going to place the order. So this is an actual real purchase of a real good on a real website. And whether it's physical, whether it's online, what you're going to see in about 3 seconds is in real time, I just earned 0.81 Banana Republic coins after spending money. We have deals with Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. As soon as any consumer anywhere swipes their card and pays with their credit card, while that signal is going back from the credit card through the bank, back to the processors, back to the business, we get all of those signals in real time at the same time as the business gets it. So imagine everywhere you go, we can read the payment signals. That's what we do. So this is one app. And I go over here, and as you can see, as this app pulls up, I have accumulated $53 worth of Banana Republic coins. Everybody's talking about tokens and stable coins, and now the world is finally catching up. What Twism did was say, that's all great, but the next level is every business will have their own coin. You don't need loyalty points over here and gift card credits over here and other credits over here. One single programmable digital currency for every business. And Twism wants to be the mint. So I can go over here to my wallet. And what you'll see is I have accumulated coins from the thousands and thousands of businesses that I go to everywhere I go. Every business will have their own coin. We've been building the platform for years to make that happen. And right now is when everybody's finally waking up to that. What happens is we end up seeing everything everyone is buying. So for this one particular transaction at this one merchant, we see the very itemized, detailed transaction information. Wow, this person likes vegan tofu soy riso. They like salsa. They like sausage. Okay, what about this person? This person, we realized they like whey protein. They like peanut butter, granola, banana. This is very valuable information. What about this person? This person likes bone broth. So what we're doing is building a way for every business to make their own coin. And then what we do is we see all the transaction data in real time across the world and across networks. We work across countries, across networks, across your POS system. And that's what we're doing is we built a system where every business will have their own coin. And we get all the data. We married and merged digital currencies to AI. What you can do with that is what you're realizing is Amazon and Walmart just said they're going to make their own coin. Amazon can make their own coin. Walmart can make their own coin, but the 99.999% of the other businesses can't. Our investors liken this to saying 15 years ago, if you went to every business and said, oh, you're going to have a website, they're like, we don't need a website. Well, Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, they jumped on it early to build a platform for all other businesses to make their own website. We built the platform for every other business to make their own coin. Then we get all the coin for every business and we get all the data across all of these networks. We're already live with a lot of businesses in all of these different countries. We are minting coins in dollars, in Singaporean dollars, in pounds, in euro. So we are already going international. And what ends up happening is we have the ability to see all the transaction data, not only for every business, but for every consumer. So what we do is we build an AI agent on every consumer. We know where they like to shop, what they like to buy, what their preferences are. So this is the agent on Jules. This is the agent on Sarah. This is the agent on Holger. And then what we keep doing is we build it for every business as well. So we tell every business, make your own coin. We give you a loyalty program. It works off signals, no extra hardware, no extra software. And then they hook up their POS and we see what their busy times are, what their slow times are, what their busy days are, what their heavy days are, and we get all the data. So by doing this, what we're doing, and the whole world is now moving very quickly from fiat money to blockchain money to quantum money. We built a system where we make a coin for every business, and it works regardless of all of the rails that you use. So oh, it just crashed. Okay. What's happened very recently is Adyen decided that they want to buy a loyalty company called Talon One for 876 million. Why? Because they have data on all of their consumers to help steer them towards whatever payment mechanism they want to build. We've already built all that. Oh, guys, sorry. I just came back out. So sorry. Let me pull this back in. Sorry, guys, everything was ready to go 5 minutes ago. So please just give me 1 second. And this is what we're doing. We built the platform and a mint for every global business to make their own coin. Everybody is now waking up to the power of tokens. Everybody is now waking up to the power of stablecoins. We went one layer deeper, which is we mint the coin for every practical retail business. Central banks manufacture money for the countries. We built a whole new asset class of money, a coin for every business. And people are just now talking about tokenization. We've been doing this quietly for the last many years. We tokenize every business's credits. And what we built is the fundamental building blocks that are going to be needed for the next generation of marketing and financial operating systems. We solve a very, very, very basic fundamental problem. Businesses and consumers are just not connected. We all go in and make purchases every day, multiple purchases. But I don't want to download a different app for every different business. I walked out of my hotel in New York and every single different business was like, download our app, download our app, download our app. No, I don't want to download everybody's app. I want to have one app that magically works everywhere with no friction. And that's what we built. So Starbucks is a great example. The Starbucks app now accounts for 60% of the revenue. The consumers who go to Starbucks, they love paying with the app. They love getting the loyalty points, the gift cards. And Starbucks has all of the data to use AI to make really, really smart, personalized marketing messages. But the Starbucks app only works at Starbucks. Twism built the app that works at every other business. This is what we've done. Each one of these lines would be a business on its own, and we spent years putting it all together. Number one, we took what's happening in crypto and made it practical in the real world, a coin for every business. Number two, we get the signals for the open banking protocols from Visa, MasterCard, American Express in real time. I made that purchase on Banana Republic, and you saw I got a Banana Republic coin right away. Number three, one network, one global network for any business and any consumer to join. Number four, we make an agent on every consumer, and we make an agent for every business because we get the data across all the networks. Number five, consumer wallets. These are the first wallets for the real world that bridge Web 2 to Web 3. And number six, we can facilitate payments because people want to use our wallets, which include their coins, and you don't pay as much processing fees. So all of these systems right now are fragmented, expensive, full of friction. So many different credits, loyalty points here, gift cards over here. No, every business needs one coin that consolidates all of their credits into one instrument. Number two, we've already built all the tools. I made a purchase on Banana Republic. I got those coins for loyalty. Like Starbucks, I can pre-purchase those coins. I can prepay with those coins. Instead of $5 off, a business sends $5 worth of coins to that consumer. You don't need gift cards anymore. One instrument and one wallet that everybody can use. And what it does is it gets consumers to download our app. And these are the first wallets that consumers are downloading, and they automatically bridge Web 2 to Web 3, and they don't even realize because it just works perfect, and we get all the data. So the timing is perfect. In America, everybody's talking about the Genius Act, the Clarity Act. And the thing about the Clarity Act is you have to have the right apps to give yield and interest to your consumers. But the rule is going to be it has to be transaction-based rewards. That is exactly what Twism built because we saw that this was coming in this way. Already with no marketing, we are live with 5,000 businesses, over 120,000 users. We've already seen over $100 million worth of transaction data. We've already minted over close to $1 million of coins. So there are many ways to make revenue. Instead of charging a business, we just mint an extra 100 coins a month for that business and sell them to the public. Basically, every business, instead of charging them, they just give it an extra $100 worth of credit in the form of coins to us. We sell them to the public at a discount and get revenue. You don't need gift cards anymore. Everything should be instant. I click on a friend, I send them out, the coins go instantly. And like Starbucks is a bank that looks like a coffee shop, but it's a bank because everybody's preloading. One network. Now, what else have we built? Okay, Kraken is a great company. Coinbase is a great company. But the problem is over $1 trillion of loyalty points go expired and unused every year. Over $1 trillion of gift cards are not used. So what we did, we were tokenizing all of that. Now, instead of them going unused, to anybody whose loyalty or gift cards are about to expire, we say, hey, instead of it expiring and go to zero, why don't you sell them? We built the marketplace for consumers worldwide to sell their tokens and gift cards that they don't want to use to other people who might want to use them, and you get paid for it. So over here, this person sold their expiring points. Over here, this person was like, I want those points. Everybody's happy. The person on the left is happy because they sold their loyalty points and gift cards. The person on the right is happy because they got to buy coins at a discount. And what Twism does is we built the marketplace and we arbitraged all of the coins across everything to constantly continue to make revenue off of that. It's one network, one coin everywhere you go. So what I can also show you are a few more things, but we have built the ledger that bridges Web 2 to Web 3. Now, one final thing I want to show you is AI. We get all the data. So what we show is instead of marketing being the way it is in the old way where businesses are just putting out messages, that aren't personalized. What we do is we hyper personalize all of the messages to every single person. So I appreciate everybody listening, and that's what we're doing. And I see that there's some questions coming in.
Yes, yes. Okay, I will not cue you. You just read and select the question. I think they're very valid questions. Up to you.
Okay, great question. Are the coins of each brand exchangeable with each other? No. What happens is if I have coins to one business, I can only use them at that business. But what you can do with our exchange is you can sell the Macy's coins to somebody who wants them, and then you can either take the cash or you can go buy Saks Fifth Avenue coins. Every business's coins work only at that business because that's how the business wants it. But the exchange lets you do the value back and forth. Is the tokenomics of each brand preset? No, every coin is worth, in America, every business coin is worth $1. In Singapore, every coin is tied to the national currency of where your business is based. So we don't want to build speculative up and down coins. We want to build a global infrastructure play. Every business's coin is stable and tied to the national currency. What's the use case of these coins? Loyalty points, gift card credits, coupons, all of them consolidated into one digital instrument, your own coin. Are these on-chain or just in your server? Right now, they're in our server. But what we do is we have a patent going through the US Patent Office where our coins for each business can circulate both on fiat rails and they're future-proofed, UTXO inspired so that they can work on any future blockchains. So we built our architecture for the coins so they can work on both fiat and blockchain. Revenue model, we make money off the AI. We make money off the processing fees. We make money off the payments, and we have all the data, so we make money off the marketing. I hope that answered your questions.
Okay, let's do this. One final one final question to answer here. Yes, here. The coins, are they on chain or in your server? Is it like a token in the decentralized world?
So right now, most of the world and most of commerce still works on fiat rails. So what we built is a central server, but our coins can work both in fiat on our central server, or once blockchains and businesses choose which blockchains they want, they can also work on decentralized blockchains. So we built a system where our coins work on both our central server for fiat and also can circulate on blockchains, whatever businesses and payment methodologies use. We built a system where coins can work on both. That's how you bridge Web 2 to Web 3.
Thank you so much. And thanks again for accommodating with the time. I know it's midnight of your time. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, so I saw another question. What's your team profile and why your team to work on this problem? So actually, it's perfect timing. I would invite the VC who recommended you, is Brian here, to John? John? Oh, John. Yeah. To give a couple words to the project. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Well, let's it's your time and also take the chance to introduce the team.
Yeah, so Roger's team is mostly based in the US as well as Brazil. And yeah, the reason we invested in Roger is because this gift card ecosystem is something I'm sure everyone's run into over the years where you have all these plastic cards lying around. You don't know how much is on there. You don't know what the minimums are. As well as pairing that with the kind of Starbucks case study, as far as Starbucks having billions of dollars, effectively being their own bank in their gift card ecosystem. So the opportunity is there as far as billions, if not trillions of dollars sitting in kind of unused form factors. And then also the kind of connection between Web 2 and Web 3 as far as gift cards being the original kind of like meme coin or cryptocurrency that's brand specific. And this kind of provides a way to kind of bridge something that's very familiar with something that's somewhat unfamiliar to the masses, even though we are seeing adoption and stuff like that. And so that's the main kind of driver behind what we see the value in Twism, is that they really help to bridge this gap between the average consumer, their experience with something that's familiar and something that's unfamiliar, that being with Web3 and kind of cryptocurrencies.
Thank you for your kind words, John. And again, Raj, thank you very much for your time. And let's again, like, it's time to click on the subscribe button if people are just being very much focused on listening to Raj's passionate presentation. And yeah, let's move on to the third project. It's Alfred. Yeah. Hi, Billy, you're here. Yeah, Billy's here. Okay, cool. Time is yours, Billy.
Hi
Hi.
guys. Cool. Are you guys able to hear me and see my screen? Cool. All right. Okay. So my name is Billy Chan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Alfred Travel. What we're here to do is we're actually trying to change fragmented travel planning into one personalized trip. So we've all been there. When we go for a holiday and we're planning our travel, according to Google Travel, we spend 15 hours over 2 months micro planning every holiday. And what we end up is with a messy spreadsheet, a long chat thread, a bunch of Google Map pins, and email confirmations all hidden within our email inbox. That's not the way we should be planning our travel and our holiday. So that's why we created Alfred Travel. So Alfred Travel is a real-time travel operating system where it curates a personalized trips from recommended flights, recommended hotels, and more importantly, recommended activities and restaurants. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what it actually looks like in live. So here I've got a holiday from Melbourne to Hong Kong. On day one, I'm departing from Melbourne, arriving in Hong Kong, and transferring to my hotel. On day two, I'm having breakfast at the hotel, but I'm going to have a relaxing morning at Kowloon Park, lunch, and then explore the goldfish market in Mongkok and ride the Star Ferry, right? And here's where I'm having dinner on day two. Day three, spending the day in Disneyland, okay? And then day four, and this is all curated based on my personal preferences and likes, okay? And so here you can see it's a day-by-day tap to edit dynamic planner. So for example, if I didn't want to go to Wong Tai Shin on the day 5 morning, I can actually swap it for something else, and it adds it directly into my plan. Okay. And so here we have, within minutes, I can actually plan a full itinerary, a full holiday from flights, hotels, activities, and restaurants. And whilst I click this, I'm actually able to book it all as well. So it goes into our Holiday Heroes partner with a white label to be able to actually book the flights and the hotels. The biggest thing about this is also that it syncs onto our native mobile app as well. So one of the key things is you don't want to go into a holiday lugging around your laptop, but you want to be able to navigate through your holiday on your mobile app. So once you've built it all on your on the website, you're able to actually obtain the itinerary all on the app. It's the same functionality. So what is our core value here? Whilst airlines and hoteliers and sort of tour operators, they're looking at passengers, on a flight or a guest at a hotel or a participant on a tour or a patron at a restaurant. We are looking at travelers taking a holiday. They're experiencing all of it as part of their holiday. That's where we really see differences between our incumbents. When we're looking at sort of this travel planning, building travelers' trust is the key. So not only does Alfred Travel plan the entire trip, but it also becomes an interface to assist on bookings and servicings. So we're actually connecting up to multiple different providers in order to provide the booking capability and servicing capability as well. If we look at the ecosystem right now, our main competitors are the likes of ChatGPT, Mindtrip, Odysseus, and Wonderlog. One of the key things we stand out, and this goes back to our core value, is that we are looking at true personalization. When you look at other incumbents, they do not have the capability of profiles. We understand that traveling with your family and traveling with your friends and traveling with a wider audience is different. So your likes and dislikes are much different. And so that's why we've actually created the profiles here to enable you to actually create different profiles for different trips. And that will help you get more personalization. Also, in terms of time to creation, we take about 8 to 10 minutes to create an itinerary, where our other competitors take about 16 to 20 minutes. Yes, they are a chatbot. Yes, they give you everything as you go along. However, from zero to itinerary, we've actually done a side by side. We've actually taken 8 to 10 minutes, where our competitors have taken almost 25 minutes without actually producing a usable itinerary that is day by day, hour by hour. Also, you'll notice that Mindtrip, they have the capability of booking, but they are not looking at servicing. So if you've heard of Mindtrip out in the US, they are actually pivoting from a AI travel planner into more of a social media platform, where travel influencers are posting their itinerary and viewers are downloading the itinerary and then reconstructing it themselves. So if we look at our wedge, moat, and defense. So our wedge is truly personalized itinerary in a tap to dynamic, a tap to edit interface, right? So this is where we really shine, because we're enabling users to truly curate a personalized itinerary, whereas others is just generic recommendations. Our moat, we track all the traveler's behavior, right? So whilst you're changing things within your itinerary, we're tracking that and we're understanding the traveler's behavior. And so the next time you create an itinerary, it becomes more personalized. And the next time you train an itinerary, it becomes more personalized and personalized as well. So that's really what we're trying to track here. From a defensibility perspective, you might think, well, why can't airlines or the likes of Booking.com do this? They could. However, they don't have an incentive to recommend a hike for someone who likes hikes. They won't recommend a botanical garden for someone who likes flowers, because they can't transact on that. That's the difference between our core value and their core value. They're looking at transaction first. We are looking at traveler first. And that's where we're going to shine. Also, with the travel incumbents really going through their AI transformation, the more they produce content on the AI layer, the more we're able to consume on the AI layer as well. So we launched in July 2025. So we've been basically launched for about a year. We've now got 2,000 plus users with 2,300 itineraries created. We've recognized a cost of acquisition of about $10 to $30, and we're actually reducing that in our latest campaign in July. And we've actually been able to, in the last week, been able to reduce that cost of acquisition to about $7 per user. We have a very good monthly active user rate of 25 to 40%, with a 1 to 2% daily active users. What is very interesting for us right now is that 34% of our users create an additional itinerary after the first one. And our distribution in terms of geographic location is Australia and the US. And that's understandable, because most of the traveling between Australia and US is long haul international. So if we look at the travel market and AI, in 2025, there was 3.8 million holidays travelers in Australia and 78 million holidays in the US. What we've found is in Australia, there was about 30% of travelers who are using AI to plan their holiday right now, and 40% of US travelers planning to use using AI to plan their holiday as well. So there's definitely an increasing market for an AI travel planner. On the business model and financial projections. So our partnership with Holiday Heroes is basically on booking commissions, right? So every booking that happens, we receive a 10% commission on the total value of the booking. We also have a partnership with Klook, which we receive a 10% commission on the ticket value as well. And Aurelo, which is our eSIM provider, which is also a 10% commission. What we're saying is that based on a $3,000 average spend, our estimated LTV per booking is about $300. And this is based on a 9-day trip. We are also working with the likes of Flight Centre in Australia and lastminute.com out of Europe on the same commercial. So they will be another provider, just like Holiday Heroes, for the flight and hotel piece. So sort of breaking this down, if we're looking at 5% booking rate, right, which is a very conservative rate, our first milestone at 15,000 itineraries created, we're going to be generating 750 bookings with an average spend of 3,000 on airfares and hotels and 650 on activities. So total revenue for that milestone would be 270,000. Okay. What we're trying to actually achieve is trying to get to 15,000 now. And we're on track to get to there probably about Q3, Q4 this year. And then we're basically trying to get to 50,000 and 250,000 from there onwards. So from a distribution perspective, now that AI and building software is commoditized, it's really about distribution. So we're working with a number of content creators where we're actually creating a traveler influencer affiliate program. So the content creator will create the itinerary on Alfred Travel. They will then post their content on Instagram and TikTok. And we've got the sharing capability where when the user actually clicks the link, they will download Alfred and download the itinerary straight away. So the content creator receives a commission upon the download, and that will actually cap our cost of acquisition as well. So if we look at sort of our success story and where we're focused on is user acquisition based on our travel influencer affiliate program, itineraries built, so core capability and feature set to build trust, and also the bookings, which we are partnering with more inventory providers. So AI Travel Planner is just the start. This is not the end of where we're looking at. The future of Alfred Travel envisions the entire trip from planning to booking on Alfred Travel, but we're also logged into the Meta Development Network on how do we actually expand to wearables as well. So imagine a world where you have your Meta AI glasses or AR glasses, and it tells you the directions on the glasses. Also, we're actually integrating something called Hey Alfred, where you can actually tap on your glasses and say, "Hey Alfred, tell me about this church," and it becomes a virtual tour guide for you, right? And what we're doing with Hey Alfred as well is enabling you to service your trip as well. So, for example, you've booked a restaurant and you want to change your plans. Hey Alfred, can you change my plans for this particular restaurant for me? So it's an all-encompassing travel companion, travel operating system that takes all the headache out of travel. So our team, myself and my co-founder, Andy, I've got 20 plus years in travel and payments and crypto. I met Andy when we were both working at OSL approximately 10 years ago. The reason why this is, very close to my dear heart is because when I was in travel, probably about 15 years ago, I thought about this problem. But at that time, we didn't really have good APIs. There was no AI, and the cost of actually doing this was really expensive. Fast forward to now, I think it's actually achievable. The technology is there. We're actually solving a real problem with AI rather than using it as a glorified, Google search. We also understand that we have gaps within our team, right? So from our advisory board, we've got Usman Ahmed, who co-founded Zodia Markets, right? He understands how to do capital markets. He understands how to build from 0 to 1. Peter Bohr, who's got 30 plus years in Travelport, Travel GDS and innovation. He's a senior director at Travelport. And Katrina Murta, who is looking after our legal and compliance, making sure that we're, going down the straight and narrow. So the funding ask that we're asking for is we're trying to raise 500K at a $5 million pre-money valuation. The reason why we're raising these funds is we want to scale influencer-driven user acquisition via our affiliate program. We want to accelerate our development pipeline, and we also want to accelerate the partnerships with travel inventory providers. With that 500K, we're trying to achieve 50,000 itinerary outcome, and by that time, we'll be able to break even. Just to give you guys an understanding of what the market is like, so one of our competitors, which is Odessia, he just raised basically $6 million from Sequoia. And assuming at a 20% equity, that would value the company at $30 million US. So that is all for me today. Thank you guys very much for your time, and I'm open to take any questions.
Thank you, Billy. Yeah, I just saw the question, what's your user acquisition plan? I think you left out the KOL part.
Yes. So here the user acquisition plan basically here. So we're already currently doing organic promotion and on Instagram and TikTok. We also work with travel influencers as well. But this particular program on the travel influencer affiliate program will directly impact our user acquisition. So once the link is created and the user downloads or clicks the link, it will automatically download Alfred Travel and automatically download the itinerary that the influencer has shown. Cool.
Have you
Could you share?
calculated the cost? Have you calculated the cost per acquisition?
Yeah, we have. So there's two sides of this, Toya. So one side is basically from our Meta ads and our IG ads. We can actually see the cost of acquisition. Our current campaign in July is ranging on Meta between $1.17 and on TikTok between $7.35 to $11.20 or something like that, right? What this affiliate program will allow us to do is that because this is paid upon the download and usage, right, of Alfred Travel, we will pay the influencers between $2.50 to $6, depending on what tier they are on.
Thank you. Yeah, let's have a read about the chat. There are many more questions, I think.
Cool. Where do I start? Okay, so Miranda, okay, could you share which suppliers or API ecosystem you have currently integrated for real-time data? Yeah, so we're basically connected to Holiday Heroes, which is connected to Amadeus, one of the largest GDSs in the market, to provide all the flight, hotel, and Klook for the local services right now. So that's all integrated, and you can see here on my trips. So for when I click book, or this is all pulling from Holiday Heroes, which is basically Amadeus. And when I click book, say for example, Hong Kong Disneyland, it actually goes to Click Travel and you're able to book there. So it's all fully integrated for the times as well. Cool. User acquisition plan, I answered that. How to compete with the big OTA companies who will also adopt AI tools such as Expedia, Trip.com, Ctrip. Yeah, you're right, Henry. Look, one of the key things about Trip.com and Expedia is that they're not interested in AI planning tools, right? They're interested in on how to make the transaction quicker. And the reason why they're interested in on this is because obviously they've got shareholders and everything to answer to. But for example, if I'm interested in hiking, Alfred Travel will recommend a hike to Llama Island and lunch at Rainbow Restaurant, right? This will never get recommended by Expedia or Trip.com because there is no flight attached. They can't transact on the restaurant and they cannot transact on the ferry ride either. So the preferences for these big OTAs is whatever is transactable first, personalization second. We're saying this is wrong. Personalization should be first, and where you can transact should be second. That's what builds trust. And once you build trust with the traveler, you own them.
Thank you very much, Billy. I think you answered all the questions. And surprise for you, I also invited someone who is giving a couple of comments of your project. That is Chris from Finoverse Ventures. I think they invested a couple of AI products as well. And Chris herself is also a travelholic, so perfect timing.
Thanks, Toy. Yes, thanks, Billy. So I lead the investment arm at Finoverse, and for a project, I think the macro direction is absolutely correct. There's a massive behavioral shift, in people how they plan their travels now. I actually went ahead and downloaded the app myself while you present. I think the current interface is still simple, but I get the whole idea. So, instead of hopping between spreadsheets like I usually do, you guys think everything, all the logistics into just one very single, simple, cohesive timeline. And I also like the suggestions on non-paid attractions. Also, another feature that I like is the affiliate program because there are a lot of influencers on TikTok, Instagrams, these days where they, share their itineraries and people are very interested. So I think you're currently tackling the pain point. There's only like one slight concern, which I share similarly with Henry from SNC, in that like giants like trip.com, like I actually just tried it out myself also. Like you can create something similar, like itineraries, inviting friends to collaborate, and you can book hotels directly. So I was just thinking, like, when a family they are trying to spend, thousands of dollars on a vacation, they will usually, default to the more safer, trusted option when the features are like identical. I'll put it that way. So, will people choose a relatively new platform because, it saves us, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes faster, or it provides non-paid attraction, like, will people do that? I think it's very important for you guys to prove why a user wouldn't just use you guys for free inspiration, and then just jump over to other platforms to execute the actual booking. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you for that, Chris. That's very good information and very good feedback. One of the things that, and we see that comment all the time, right, in terms of trust. And what we're trying to do here is actually build the trust by providing you the right recommendations, et cetera, et cetera. The biggest thing as well is actually importing of the booking and making it all tie together. So what we've actually done with Holiday Heroes is that once you've actually made the booking, the confirmations will actually come back into Alfred Travel and put your booking confirmations and all information within the actual travel operating system itself. And so there's no need to go scour through emails for confirmations and stuff like that. So we're trying to just close the whole loop. That's sort of where we are. Cool.
Okay. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for your time, and thanks for everyone who has been listening. Yeah, just another reminder. I saw the questions in the chat box. After each presenter, actually, when we all refine this, I think the presenter will also need to refine their deck after this round, refine their whole like project profile. We will upload again, and in your investment profile in the dashboard, you're going to see more complete information about each project that it will be interested. Yeah, and in terms of investment, I saw that we have overwhelmingly a lot of intentions collected already. And what are the aftermath is that after this round of demo day, we're going to talk to each of the projects and say, hey, we collected so much of the intention, and what do you say? Let's get the money in by issuing RWA, and then talk to each of the investors who actually expressed interest, and so also connect with both sides. Do a lot more like formal legal documentations procedures. So that will be the aftermath. Just put words here because I don't want people to be confused. Like after I put the number in, what would happen next? Or I will lose the project. I'll message Demo Day or message EXIO to say, hey, can you connect me with the team and say I really wanted to invest in the project. What should we do after? Because we have already received the question. Yeah, okay, let's move on to the next project. We have already covered a project from like let's say China, from how do I categorize you, Billy, from Australia, from the US, and the next one market we move to Japan. Yeah, okay, let's welcome OS 78, OS 78 project.
OK，大家好。
对，你得开一下视频，
视频没看。哦，Hello，大家好。
哎，
哎，我是来自 OS 78的 co-founder，我姓孙，叫孙腾简。今天非常荣幸能在这里向大家介绍 OS 78这个项目。首先呢，我们今天正好非常巧合的，我们在参观我们这个时装项目的一个日本的工厂。那现在也非常荣幸的向大家介绍一下我们的团队。这边呢，这两位是Mizuno 桑和 Nishimori，是这个我们的设计师。也是这位 Mizuno 桑也是我们这个项目的CEO。 啊，旁边呢也是我们团队的 Emily，她现在穿的衣服就是我们的设计师在设计的这个在织间工厂生产的牛仔服啊。然后这边呢是我们的这个社群团队也是来自日本的朋友们，那个 Yusuke，我看他啥啊，我是吧？不好意思，是吧？给大家简单介绍一下我们的团队，正好今天在参观我们的这个工厂，马上给大家看一下我们刚刚拍的几张照片啊，这样会到吧？就现在，我来共享一下屏幕，
Nice。
大家能看到我的共享吗？OK，正好跟大家分享一下，我们今天正好在参观这个日本的非常有名的这个在叫仓福的这个儿岛的一个这个生产牛仔服的工厂，大家看到是一个非常传统的一个有点像手工工艺工厂的这么一个地方。那日本呢，这个是非常有名的一个日本的这个生产这个牛仔服的一个工厂。拥有近100年的历史，也为非常多的这个知名大品牌来生产它的这个牛仔服类的这个产品那非常荣幸呢，这次是我们的这个时装项目的非常重要的合作伙伴啊。这是我们刚刚在参观的这个工厂的样子。那现在呢，就是我们来介绍一下我们的这个项目。我们这个项目的名字呢叫 OS78啊。OS38。那我们这个项目是在做什么的呢？那简单的跟大家介绍一下。那我们呢其实呢是一个服装品牌和一个 AI agent 的平台相结合的一个项目。那我们 OS78呢是一个面向时尚行业使用 AI agent 来驱动的智能制造管理的系统它为消费者、时尚品牌、还有设计师还有工厂提供智能协作的一个大的平台。那用户呢就可以使用我们的平台进行个性化的需求的定制包括和设计师之间的沟通还有 AI 的辅助设计、辅助生产。这样呢会让像今天我们来参观的这样的一些传统工厂提高它的生产效率，也促进设计师和这个消费者和工厂之间的这种交流的高效化。那么我们要完成的是为每个人提供一个专属于他的 AI 设计师和他的生产工厂这么样的一个平台。那我们现在在推广的这个服装品牌呢，叫 The Old School 78。那么这个品牌呢，就是刚才我介绍的这位水野先生，他作为这个主理人，在设计的这个起源于东京和苍崎的这么一个服装品牌。那这个品牌呢，以复古的风格定制化的这个身份表达为核心，那也融合了这些日本的传统工艺。当然，我们在主打的是一个 Z 时代的文化，也是一个新消费阶层的一个 AI 和消费和生产相结合的这么一个品牌。当然，后面我会给大家介绍，我们会和很多很多的知名的日本的 IP 进行联名包括一些新的数字体验包括数字身份这样的一些最新技术和传统生产工艺的相结合的东西。那简单来讲呢，那我们这个 Old School 78呢，就是品牌的入口。那么 OS78呢，是我们行业的基础设施。我们要把这个大规模的标准化生产，利用 AI 这样的好的工具，变成一个个性化制造的一个新时代的品牌产品。OK，那简单介绍一下我们的团队。那我们团队刚才大家也看到了，这位 Mizuno 上呢，他是我们的创始人也是我们的这个主策划和艺术总监。他曾经主导了这个迪士尼还有很多的这个全球的娱乐的这个 IP 项目，为这个日本的这个 IP 和国际化做出了巨大的贡献。那么第二名呢，我们的这个顾问呢是这个 Baby Malia 他曾经是这个元素卡哇伊文化的这个代表人物 当然呢，现在他也担任了这个 LV 和香奈儿的顾问啊。那后面的这个 John Ogawa 是一个非常顶级的创作者，在日本的音乐领域和这个呃设计领域有非常非常高的地位啊。然后呢，这3位呢就是我们这个项目的一个主创团队。那我们这个项目呢，其实已经进入了元素的文化圈啊。刚才大家看到了这个非常可爱的这个牛仔服的套装，已经马上要面向今年的秋冬进行量产化。那么我们现在也和日本的很多这个有名的 KOL 达成了合作。那现在大家看到的这页就是日本的，在这个 Instagram 上有30万人和20几万这个粉丝的一些非常年轻的女孩子，她们已经穿着我们的这个定制化的服装在 在 TikTok 上把我们正在计划着做下一步的这个宣传和推广的活动。那其实我们的这个项目呢，现在已经进入了就是消费者的视野，尤其是在日本的这些年轻人的文化当中。那我们目前在主打的呢是这个日本的这个年轻人文化的核心元素啊。我们已经登上了日本的最受欢迎的一个这个少女杂志的封面啊。我们带来的是定制化的这个复古感觉的时尚风潮。那东京呢，大家也都知道是亚洲的这个时尚中心。那我们正在从这个时尚中心向全世界这个表达我们新的这么一个项目的一个信念。那我们为什么要进入这个行业呢？其实大家也知道，那在全球时尚市场，那现在有2.2万亿的这个时尚规模。那么我们也调查过个性化定制市场，那从2023年到未来的2033年呢，会有86%左右的增长这是非常非常巨大的一个市场。那我们正在做的是要用 AI 原生的工具为大家打造一个使用 AI 的定制化这个时尚品类我们呢，首先要切入的点就是日本的传统工艺和使用这个 AI 的这个数字身份还有非常非常核心的这个来源于日本设计师的设计理念那我们在打造的一个是 AI、日本工艺、数字身份和时尚制造业深度结合的一个全新的这个时尚制造系统。那我们也看到，其实呢，在现在的这个消费趋势当中呢，这个个性化定制已经不是说是一个很小众的需求了，已经变成了一个大众正在追求的一个消费观念。但是呢，由于这个交流的困难和一些这个工具的不完善，那造成了其实这个市场并没有很好的在发展。但是在 Z 时代这些00后他们的概念当中，定制自己喜欢的产品已经是非常非常普通的一件事情。那这件事情我们要用 AI 让它更系统化、更平台化的做起来。所以，我们 OS78是一个让消费者和设计师和时尚生产工厂链接起来的这么一个时尚平台。那我们在做的事情呢，简单来讲，我们有三个板块。那第一个板块呢，我们叫做它 Model Agent。那这就是一个这个 AI 的工具性平台。那么它可以帮助用户去跟这个设计师进行交流。那么我们可以理解用户的需求，那同时可以让设计师根据用户的需求为他定制化的设计。那定制化设计好的东西，那可以让设计师马上把它传送到工厂，那就是工厂使用的 agent。那工厂呢，可以跟设计师进行生产设计的协调和工厂内部的协调生产。那么我们今天的参观呢，也看到了，其实日本的这种手工工厂作坊呢，它的工艺是非常非常好的，制作出来的东西也非常非常的精美但是呢，还是处于一个非常古老的这个运作环境。那其实，在我们看来呢，那我们就可以从0到1的帮助他们 使用 AI 这样一个非常好的工具，去更好的提高自己的生产效率和让他们跟设计师更好的去交流，从而生产出来更符合消费者要求或者消费者定制化需求的产品那么我们看到了这是非常非常大的一个市场。那么其实，在现在的这个时代大家已经非常非常的关注到这个个性化的东西。那我们会在我们所有的生产产品当中放一个 NFC 的这个身份的标志那每一件服装都是定制化的，也是个性化的。那用 NFC 和一些数字货币、区块链的工具，那完成这个确权和它的生产流转的这个全过程的跟随。那这也是我们这个平台的一个技术壁垒我们会使用这样的一个 AI agent 加区块链技术的这样的一个结合形式的平台技术，为大家提供非常非常好的生产管理系统。那么下面呢，就是说我们简单来讲，这可能就稍微有点偏技术了那么我们这个简单来讲，我们这个 Model Agent 呢，是它的运行逻辑呢，其实是在整个的用户需求提出、下单到设计到工厂生产一个全过程的一个 AI Agent 的这个组合体。那我们是一个平台，我们为用户提供他需要的一个这个提出需求提出自己设计理念提出自己的这个要求的这么一个工具。那设计师呢可以用 AI agent 和更好的和用户来进行交流，那也可以让设计师和工厂来进行更好的交流。那厂呢获得了这个设计的理念之后呢，它就非常容易的可以把这些东西生产出来，生产出来之后呢，直接销售给用户那这就是我们现在的在提出的这个 AI 生产工具的一个完整的闭环的一个概念。OK，那今天呢，我们是来到了日本的非常传统的这么一个这个生产牛仔裤的工艺的这个一个圣地吧其实以后大家如果有机会来到这里，可以作为一个旅游观光点，非常好的。下了车呢，大家就会看到这个日本的这个牛仔工艺圣地它的这么一些展览的一些东西，还有一些很有纪念意义的这个牛仔产品那我们今天也看到了一些名人啦，一些这个世界知名品牌，但是因为是工厂嘛，我们不太好说，但是都是大家所知道的一些大品牌，他们在这里委托这里的工厂进行生产，也使用这边的工艺和它的布料和它的加工的整个过程。所以说，我们是可以为大家提供高定制化的这么一些高水平的这个时尚服装的，也是融合了日本非常非常这个先进的这个时尚理念的一些东西。那我们第一个打出来的这个品牌这个 Old School 78，那是我们的这个 AI 这个平台所推出的第一个品牌。那未来呢，我们也会在日本或者全世界各地让很多很多的这些高级的手工艺把它变成能走进千家万户的这么一个时尚服装的一个流转的过程。那我们是一个综合性的平台。当然了，这个 OS 718呢，我们今年已经面向2026年的这个秋冬季节推出了第一套这个牛仔套装，一共有5个品类后面呢，我们会通过资料向大家详细展示。当然了，大家刚才看到的我们的这个伙伴穿的这套服装，就是今年要推出来的这个其中的一款。那首批产品呢，我们已经正式发布了。那现在呢，正在交付的过程当中。当然了，也有很多刚才我们在讲的这些年轻的女孩子给我们的这些定制化的需求和一些她们所喜欢的东西和牛仔服相融合的一些设计。那希望大家好好的期待我们的正式的上线。未来呢，我们上线的时候会在东京、会在香港都有我们的 pop-up shop 会有这样的这个展示希望大家如果有时间的话能过来观看。那我们现在在做的事情呢，其实简单来讲的话，那其实是一个 这个资产 AI 使用 AI 进行资产沉淀的这么一个过程。我们认为，那每个用户的他的设计理念啊，他的需求和每个设计师的设计出来的东西和制造出来的东西和大家对这个东西的认同啊，都是一种资产。那么我们可以用 AI 的平台非常好、非常好的去沉淀这些资产。那我们的这些收入也将会为大家带来更大的这个价值啊。当然，资产沉淀的越多，那我们 OS78的这个平台的价值也会越来越高。那我们有一个口号，这个收入是今天的结果，那资产呢就是明天的价值。我们 OS78这个平台，它的核心的竞争力就是在于我们用 AI 进行全生产全流程的这个覆盖，我们也有这个产品的数字身份这样的一个堡垒啊。当然，大家可以使用我们这个平台来进行这个自己所喜欢的东西的设计，也可以把自己的这个理念通过我们的平台传向更多的人。当然，我们想小众圈层啦、圈子啦，这是未来的 Z 时代最喜欢的东西，那也是我们所要 focus 的这个市场的一个核心的点。我们现在也跟很多的这个 IP 正在谈合作。那这里能展示的呢，其实是我们现在已经谈好的一些日本的 IP。那今年呢，我们可以和这个小独角马，这是一个在日本和美国都非常非常流行的一个有点古老的一个 IP。那比较大的呢，我相信这个很多人会知道《新世纪福音战士》e v a n g e l i o 那这个在中国现在也非常的流行，我们可以跟 e v a n g e l i o 今年年内会有一个联名。那明年呢，我们会有非常大的一个呢是海贼王，那海贼王已经基础同意了跟我们的一个联名的合作。那第二个呢就是这个龙珠啊，七龙珠呢也是深受中国大陆的很多的这个消费者欢迎的这么一个品牌啊。那么我们认为通过一些大品牌的联名啊，我们的这个 OS78的平台和 Old School 这个牛仔服品牌会非常非常迅速的进入国际市场。OK，那我们今天来聊的就是 EXI.IO 做的 RWA。那我们既然是一个 AI 的平台，也是一个服装的品牌，我相信我们的这个组合呢，应该是非常新颖的一个组合。那我们为什么要来做 RWA 呢？那我们是希望通过这样的 AI 的时尚之道，把更多的增长红利开放给更多的这个投资人。那时尚本身就是这种高价值产业。那其实能进入时尚产业投资的这种投资人呢，可能也不是很多啊，大家可能也没有经历过。那其实呢，时尚产业它的这个产业的发展速度是非常非常巨大的。那通过像刚才我们讲的这种 IP 的合作会得到非常非常大的这种广泛的市场拓展的这个效果。那我们相信呢，通过做 RWA，我们会让我们的这个 AI 平台和我们的这个时尚品牌更迅速的拓展到全球的这么一个市场当中去。OK，那简单来讲的话，我们现在这个公司是以股权在做 RWA，我们是一个股权类的 RWA 我们会释放20%的股权我们初期的募资目标呢是300万美金。那其实我们的日本社群其实已经今天在座的这些社群和一些投资人呢已经决定这个募集，就是说认购我们大部分的一个股权了我们现在也是在跟 EXIO 深度的合作，希望迅速的把我们的这个 RWA 完成。那未来我们的目标呢，可能会说，跟我们现在也在谈几个日本的上市公司包括日本去纳斯达克的上市公司，他们对我们这种能迅速扩展的 AI 平台加时尚的这种模式非常的感兴趣。我们相信，可能在未来的27年，甚至于更快的时间，我们能跟日本的上市公司或者美国上市公司合作完成一个下一个台阶儿，迈上一个更高的这样的一个全球资本的舞台行，那个非常。
哎， 刚刚好在最后1秒钟的时候，好像把自己麦给闭了。好，还能听见吗？我想问一下，那可以听见，可以听见，OK。好的，那我们就先来回答一下咱们这个评论区里面的问题吧。就是第一个问题哦，就是这哪一个环节最会出现这个网络效应，成为竞争对手最难复制的一个护城河？就是在整个的这个流程里，我们刚才看到了那个飞轮啊。哎，您是那个闭麦的状态，对，哎，开一下。
现在看了吗
开了，哎，
？OK。那在我们这个飞轮当中呢，其实我们核心的竞争力啊，当然了，AI 嘛，大家在讲那个，我们并不是去开发模型的大模型，我们不是在制作大模型，我们只是一个 AI 工具啊。当然了，在 AI 和时尚的相结合当中，我们应该是迈出的第一步啊。那我们的核心竞争力其实是在日本的这些工厂，他们对 AI 对下一代的生产管理系统的这个需求啊。这个是很多这个同样在做 AI 啦，在做管理啦，啊，在做这种消费者互动的这些项目所不能复制的啊。我们深入了一些这样的这个日本的这种作坊类工厂吧，可以说是，但是他们掌握着非常优秀的这种生产工具和非常就不可复制的这种生产能力啊，我们的一个非常大的竞争点。那第二个竞争点呢，就是我刚才提到的 IP 的合作啊。那这样的 IP 的合作，我相信能使我们的整个的这个品牌啊，有非常异于其他人的一个非常非常迅速的一个发展。那我相信，如果说我再跟大家讲说，那我们在跟这个新世纪福音战士合作，我们推出了海贼王的定制产品，你可以定制你喜欢的海贼王的牛仔服。那你可以喜欢定制你喜欢的这个龙珠系列的牛仔服，甚至于这个新海诚系列的牛仔服。那对于很多消费者是一个巨大的吸引力。那么我认为我现在在说的这几点呢，是我们异于其他项目是不可复制的一些点。
对，好，那我们就是也再继续往下看这些疑问啊。就是在进行我比较私心一下，就是在进行下一个问题之前，我想问一下，咱们刚才您提到一个词叫做作坊啊，也提
对
到了这个个性化定制，就是
对。
怎么听怎么觉得个性化定制和规模化这个事情稍微有一些矛盾点。
对，是的，这本身就是因为是作坊，所以它才可以给你个性化定制。你如果说在中国的工厂或者在越南的工厂，他一下子就要给你生产几万件儿的衣服啊，你这不叫个性化定制。那其实我们刚才参观的工厂的时候，我们看到为什么一些大品牌会在这里做生产，他们的牛仔服的加工，它的牛仔服上的褶皱、皱纹啊。全部都是他的手工匠人在一件一件在做的啊。我可以给大家看这个照片吗？包括他的这个，我看到照片了，包括他的这个做旧啊，都是手工在制作。那我刚才称之为这位老爷爷是这个牛仔服先人啊，都是他们的几十年甚至于他们工厂上百年的这个历史所积累出来的 know how 啊，是大工厂的这个批量化生产所不可比拟的东西。所以我们在提供的是面向 Z 时代、面向大家的一个定制化服务产品啊，而不是说量化。我们不要做优衣库啊，我们要做的是个性化生产。那么只有这样的做法，提供了它的生产能力和生产的这些技术，然后呢，通过 AI 来提高了它的生产效率。它本来要跟设计师交流，要跟这些品牌交流，可能说它一天只能生产1000件啊，在生产这1000之前的交流就要花1个月的时间。那么我们使用 AI 这些工具，让交流的时间缩短，那更多的设计师的理念会更好的被他们所理解。那么他们的生产效率也会提高，一天生产1000件，那变成了生产2000件，生产5000件，那5000件可能都是不同的5000件，那是他们现在在做的事情。所以说，我们认为 AI 它能带来的什么？提高效率嘛，对吧？那这就是生产工厂啊，提高他们的效率，所以能提供给大家更多的 价值啊，这是我们的这个想法。我们并不是要做批量化的生产，我们没有量，我们要的是精。
对，好嘞，也感谢这个 Token Planet 和 Demo Day 这个平台，也是看到了很多之前我自己本人完全接触不到的一些投资的领域和行业。对，我们看一下这个 chat 里面还有其他的这个问题，比如说这个国际化策略呀，我们这个logistic 呀运输啊方面的这些问题，我就不一个一个问了，您看一下，帮忙回答一下。
不好意思，我刚才没太听明白
哦，那行，那我来念一下。国际化
啊。
策略是怎么样的啊？接国际订单的时候，比如说一些运输方面的解决方案啊，这个有没有一些税务问题啊、进出口啊，包括就是如果海外投资人投资这个项目，咱们毕竟是个日本的项目嘛，有没有一些外汇啊或税务上面的这些障碍？
嗯，我们首先我们在讲这个产品的时候，我们是一个国际化的产品，然后呢，通过使用 AI，那大家也都知道，你讲什么语言，AI 把它变成日语啊，这也是 AI 的长项。所以说，你可以跟他讲中文，你可以跟他讲越南话，你可以跟他讲这个印度话，对吧？你都可以给讲任何一个国家的语言，那 AI 都会帮助你把你想说的事情跟这个设计师交流好。那这是我们的一个这个工具类的东西。那第二个呢，就是说比如说这叫算什么电商嘛，对吧？全球贸易嘛。那其实日本的这种对海外的输出啊，对海外的贸易，它是一个非常发达的状态。啊，目前来讲的话，其实很多人都可以买到日本的产品了。我相信在香港有很多这种日货的这种店铺，大家很多的都在使用这种日本的产品，是深得人心的。那我们的这个产品呢，我们想做到的是有点像中国的所谓的淘宝的一件代发吧，但是呢，我们会让工厂不去做这种很复杂的事情，通过我们的平台，那海外的用户下单生产完了之后，直接通过我们的这个平台把这件货运到这个用户的手中。那通常来讲的话，这都是一个普通的这个个人输入输出嘛。那么我们的这个牛仔服呢，目前来看的话，可能稍微价格会高一点吧，基本上会在销售价格会在3000人民币上下啊，这么一件儿的这么一个水平吧。啊，当然了，我认为这个价格的话，在大部分国家它都是在个人购买的这个免税的范围之内的，应该不会就是说造成一些这种输入输出的一个税务上的问题啊。那这是刚才的这个问题的回答，还有一个应该是投资人的问题啊。我们现在募资的主体呢是一家日本的公司，那我们会跟 EX.IO 使用咱们 EX.IO 的这个平台啊，通过购买 RWA 这个形式，那这个投资到日本的这个公司当中去。那我理解 EXLO 的平台是让这个投资人以自己的名义，不管是个人也好，不管是还是公司也好，直接持有我们这个日本公司的股份。那在这个东西呢，日本呢是其实对金融也是非常开放的一个这个国家嘛。其实这个海外的主体啊，不管是个人也好，还是海外的公司也好，都是可以这个非常正常的、非常合法的持有日本的公司的这个股份的。啊，那未来如果说我们被日本的，我们现在计划是被日本的一家上市公司收购，那这个时候我们会进行换股。那在我们现在看到的话，日本的这个上市公司的股票同样是可以，没有日本任何这个，比如说签证啊什么样的，你是一个海外主体，你是一个海外个人，你都可以持有日本的股票啊，日本上市公司股票你可以持有。所以说，对于我们来讲的话，并没有什么任何的金融的这种门槛会出现。
哎，好嘞。
不好意思
刚刚您
啊，
提到了，对，三千块钱一件牛仔衣啊，对吧？那毛利
对。
率大概是多少？
这个东西的话，如果现在来讲的话，我们的毛利率应该在70%左右吧。目前来讲啊，
好的，刚才这个还有我们还看到一个问题啊，就是未来 IPO 是怎么规划的？但是您刚才聊到了一个就是被上市公司收购
对，
这样的一个问题，您补充一下吗？还是刚才觉得已经
那我补充一下，对，
很完善？
我们现
哎，
在有一个规划呢，因为我们这个毕竟是日本品牌，而且是日本的公司，主创人员也都是日本人啊。然后呢， 我们现在的计划是，当然我们也正在跟一个日本上市公司谈。那以后有兴趣的话，我们可以就是说单独的去讲啊。我现在可能这种场合不太适合讲。那个日本上市公司呢，未来会收购我们，那这是我们的一个计划啊。它收购我们之后，我们通过换股的形式啊，那我们现在的2WA 其实就持有我们的股票嘛。那你这个公司的股票就可以被换成这个上市公司的股票，那实现一个退出。那我们还有一个计划呢，可能这些上市公司他们会辅导我们在美国去上市，那这可能就稍微远一点。那这是我们目前的在计划的两种这个退出方式啊。
好的，谢谢您，谢谢您。那我们就感谢今天这个关于时尚领域的一个分享，我们马不停蹄就进入到下一个
好，
项目了，谢谢您。
谢谢大家，
哎哎，
谢谢。
好，我这实时观测着，我看着这个任筹已经取得了非常好的成绩了啊。那我们下一个项目是 New Smart Flow 啊，New Smart Flow 这个主讲人是哪一位？是诗
Hello，
雨。好啊，已经开麦了。好，
听到吗
欢迎您。那接下来的时间是你的了，听得到，听得到。
？OK，
好的，诗雨啊，你准备好，随时
OK，
可以开始
好，
了。嗯。
好。Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. Before I start introducing Neo Smart Flow, I want to start with one simple question. How much work do you think a company would need to do just to pay one overseas supplier a payment? Actually, in many cases, it is more than the payment itself. There are company checks, supplier files, risk checks, route choices records, and reports. Okay. My name is Xu Shang. I'm the founder of Neo Smart Flow. We are helping trading companies to prepare cross-border payments, work with AI agents. So our goal is simple. One business command should become a prepared financial workflow. I came to this problem from real customer work. For the past 10 years, I have helped entrepreneurs expand overseas. I helped with companies to set up cross-border planning and business operations. I kept seeing the same patterns and problems. The hard part actually was not always finding customers. You would think for global training, probably it is always difficult to find a client, but no. The hard part was running the company actually after business came globally. A founder, a owner may have a real supplier and a real payment need, but the work gets split across many tools and people. The founder becomes the person connecting everything manually. This is the problem I know very well. Actually, AI did not create the problem, and now AI can give us a very better way to solve it. To help you understand, let's see example. I'll use my client, Monica, who is a real client in my business. She runs a Hong Kong trading company. She pays suppliers in markets like Kenya and Southeast Asia. For one supplier payment, she needs to check the supplier, confirm company records, look at AML risk, choose a payment route, and save the evidences and prepare the reports and upload it somewhere for the bank or for whichever requires. So none of this is unusual. This is exactly the point. This is normal work for a global trading company, but the workflow is still very manual. The same information is entered many times. The business owner, the boss has to wait, checks, follow up, and still may not have one clear record. And at the end of the year, when she wants to do audits, she has to go back all the records again and to check if that's correct. That's what we were looking for. So we are not only solving payment speed, we are solving the work around the payment. So you'd see the market opportunity. We are starting with a very focused customer, not every small, medium-sized entrepreneurs, but every payment uses. Our first customer is trading companies with regular overseas supplier payments. They actually have a real payment volume. They also have limited finance and compliance support. The broader SME market is very large, but our first target is much narrower. We want to win a small, high-value workflow first, and then we can expand from that customer base. And why now? Actually, there are three reasons this is possible now. First, we all know AI agents can handle more than a chat. Probably you have a Lobster, a Codex. Yeah. They can follow a multi-step business task. Now they can finish all this business task as well if you know AI tools well. And secondly, now stable coins, I think everyone here knows, are becoming useful for business settlements in some corridors, not as speculations, but also as a settlement tool. And third, more and more small companies now operate across borders with very small teams. Especially now, it's very famous to have a one-person company. So in the future, smaller teams and smaller companies will be even more. So the difficulties and the pain is the same, is the old, is actually very traditional, what we are trying to solve. And now the tools are finally good enough to address it in a new way with all the AI agents developing. This is the core product idea. A user types one command. For example, I say, pay my Kenya supplier $12,000 next Friday using the best compliant route. So Neo Smart Flow then prepares the workflow behind the request. It checks the company profile, the supplier profile, risk signals, route options, and the final reports at the end for you. I'm not going to show every feature today. I can show you a demo that you can see quickly on my website. Let's say, sorry, I have to switch here. Okay, this is my website. You are welcome to visit later. Okay, play the demo. Okay, so you should see the product page on my. You don't see?
We don't see. We're still seeing the.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, it's here. So I think. Okay, sorry. Here, you should be seeing, right? Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I play again. So you should see the product page on my screen. The page is our business command. If you saw it, it becomes a prepared financial workflow. It gets KYB, onboarding, supplier setup, wallet connection, and AI payment check. And for the beta version, we would be stopped before the real payment to go through, because now we don't hold funds and we do not execute payments for now, because we don't want to get involved with too complicated license problem globally yet. But we technically we have achieved to have AI agent automatic transfer. But you will be seeing it probably with our beta test later. And let me get back to the presentation. Okay. Oh, nope. Sorry. Can't find my presentation here. Okay. Yeah. So after you see the demo, probably you would have a quick understanding of what we are trying to do. And our business model starts with the software. The customer is the trading companies. They pay because this workflow saves times and creates better records. The first layer is company access to the platform. That includes supplier profiles, payments preparation, risk checks, and reports. Any users growth, we can add paid workflow volume and deeper company controls in the future. So uh, by workflow near the payments, we can add more and more functions in the future. But now we are focusing on a simple workflow around the payment to help them to finish quickly. Later, verify the trade records may support finance products, but for now, the focus is simple, to build a product companies use and pay for repeatedly. Our first sales will be founder-led as it is intentional. And I said I already worked with entrepreneurs who face cross-border business problems for many years. So near smart flow is close to conversations I already have. We will start with a small group of design partners. We will test one repeated workflow with them, and we measure simple things. Did it save time? Did it catch risk? Did it help you to produce a useful report? The first paid customers should come from that group and also their referrals. So at our competitive positions, we are not trying to replace the big guys like, Stripe, Airwallex, or SAP or general AI tools. They are very strong in their own areas. And I know Stripe and Airwallex help with the payments and finance products. And SAP manages companies' records. And also general AI tools help with the reasoning and contents. And as Neo SmartFlow, we focuses on the workflow around cross-border business payment. That means suppliers context, company checks, risk review, route advice, and reporting. So our first edge is customer understanding. Over the time, the edge should come from workflow data and product habits. Here is what we exist today. Our Hong Kong company is already established, and our investor demo is built, and our beta portal is ready for first user testing. It includes KYB intake, suppliers records, payment preparations, risk checks, and reports. And also, like I said, we have achieved automatic transfer by one language command. So you can finish AI agent transfer with natural language already. So I want to be clear, actually, we are a pre-revenue company. We have a working product direction, not full product market fit yet. The next proof is real usage from real companies. This is what this round is designed to support. And our financial plan is a set of operating targets. In this year, we want to have at least 10 beta customers and $100,000 of ARR. And next year, we target 100 paying customers and $1 million of ARR. And in 2028, we target 500 paying customers and $5 million ARR. These are not past results. These are goals we need to test. But according to my past experiences, we are already doing these similar things, services manually to help enterprises to finish the payment around job. So I think this number is achievable. And during beta, the most important question is pricing, you would ask. Does this value support about $10,000 per customer per year at the scale? Yeah, this is our aim, actually. So about the raising, we are raising $500,000 US. The target post-money valuation is $5 million. This gives us about 18 months of runway. The use of fund is focused. We need to urgently hire technical leadership to improve the product and run the enterprise beta. This round is not for a bigger presentation. We just want to have customer proof and data first. And at the end of the runway, investors should see usage and pricing feedbacks and early paid demand as well. And our developing roadmap is staged deliberately. This year, we validate the workflow through our beta. And next year, we convert design partners into paying customers. And in 2028, we aim to expand across the regions we know the best, especially in East Asia and Africa in the future. And in 2029, we can add more business workflows around the same customers. So, and also we will be leaving option for like online consulting that will be facing more difficult and complicated workflows for these company owners. And we can provide extra services by manually answering their questions. We should learn each step before moving to the next one. So for this round, the question is very direct. Will the company pay repeatedly for this workflow? So today, actually, Neo SmartFlow is founder-led. My role is customer insight and make market access and product direction. I know this customer because I have worked with this market for 10 years. I've helped hundreds and thousands of companies to start abroad, have cross-border business. I also want to be open about the main team gap. We are actively looking for a technology co-founder. We are actively urgently trying to build this to finish the beta was built with external, and now our beta was built with external technical support, who is a company from the US. They are able to manage 6 different AI agents to help us to build a platform. That helped me and helped us to move very quickly. So the next stage we need is internal technical ownership. And this is one of the main reasons we are raising now. I'll close with the simple question I care about this. For 10 years, I helped entrepreneurs build global business companies. Now I want software and AI to help them to run these companies with less frictions. Because even now, while I'm giving this speech, I've got calls and messages from different company owners asking very simple questions about payment related. So Near Smart Flow starts with cross-border payments preparation because the pain and the difficulty is very clear in front of us. If we can prove this workflow with real companies, we can build from there. And thank you for your time today. I'll be happy to continue with the conversation and to share more about our plan if you have questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Shi. Yeah, actually, the first question is from me myself. It sounds like a subscription feature. Have you asked around how much the clients would like to pay for such tools?
Actually, I did a basic research. Most of my clients are willing to pay around 1,000 Hong Kong dollars or RMB per month. So basically about 10,000, 12,000 per year. That's very basic. And if they have more complicated needs, it could be more.
Yeah, okay. Then it's the revenue that you need to like hugely scale that and build the customer base, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I also see some questions in the chat.
Let me see where I can find. Oh, okay. I see the chat. Question. Oh, complicated questions.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make it simple for you. What type of financial institution or funding partners have you already conducted collaboration with so far? I think EXIO will be a good financial partner.
Yeah, actually, actually offline, through what I described we are trying to do, we already had about $1 million finished helping clients to finish the transfer payments through EXIO. So I think EXIO will be one of my very important partner afterwards.
Okay, I was just thinking, I didn't know it's already happening. Good.
Yeah, it's just happening manually and by lots of emails, phone calls, and WeChats. So once our demo and our beta data is more ready, all of this will be put online. So we will be seeing it with the actual users data, evidences, yeah.
Yeah. And well, it's just one
The
partner.
second,
I also yeah. I just saw the deck. You also mentioned, for example, Air Wallets. You're also collaborating with them.
Yeah. AirWallex is one of the important partners we cooperate with now to help these small companies to have a basic account, because for them it's easier to open up account for this 1 or 2, 3 person trading companies, especially based in Hong Kong or based in Singapore. But the problem we are facing using AirWallex is once you have over 50,000 Hong Kong dollars transfer, they will probably ask all the KYB, KYC documents. And before you provide that fully, your money will be blocked in their central account, so it will not be in your account. And we helped a lot of companies and clients to finishing filing these reports or to finishing providing the documents that they need so that they can get the money released in their accounts. That's why I say Neo Smart Flow will be helping the payment workflow, not just to finish the payment, because we are not a payment company that we don't touch the fund directly in our accounts. But in the future, we plan to. For now, it's just too much complicated compliant license needed. So we'll be working closely with the platforms like AirWallex, like EXIO and ePay, many payment companies.
Cool.
And yeah, I see another question. USDT.
Stablecoin question.
Yeah, stablecoin question. Like to. I think, like I said, Neo Smart Flow is more like a platform. We provide services, more like a SaaS. You can understand us as a SaaS system, a platform, to help these business owners to finish payment more fast and repeatedly. And by that, I think no matter if it's USDC or USDT or Bitcoin or any coins, as long as they exist in our platform, we can help clients to finish the transfer. Because at the end, it's the supplier's wallet connecting with the transfer wallet. It's not going through us. So what we do is one sentence, you can get connected, the wallet goes straightforward, but we can provide a better route and a compliant route, a safer, a cheaper option for the users. I think this will be answering your question.
Yeah, thank you, Shi. Chris, you're here. Let's also give a couple of comments about this project.
Yeah, comments would be great. Advice.
Hello, hi Shi, 你好.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. So I'm Chris. I lead the investment side at Feniverse. So I think your whole presentation, the entry point is very good. I think a lot of SMEs face this kind of pain point. As an SME myself, the inefficiency, the very high cost of cross-border payments, auditing, reporting are real. And connecting this whole workflow is logically the right path. I haven't seen it in 2B business yet. to C, yes, but to B, not yet. There's only one concern for me, is, when it comes to payments, auditing, compliance, everything, it's almost like zero margin for error. So, which means there's a very extremely high bar for accountability for you guys. So, and it also requires a very high client trust, because you're asking companies to hand over, their suppliers list, pricing, payments, process, everything, their money, even though you don't touch them, to a very early stage AI platform. So right now, I don't think, maybe just timing wise, SME won't fully trust a pure AI platform yet, but I think it would have a very good market for the very small startups. Well, my one suggestion, like just for me as SME myself, is based on your background, maybe intelligent consulting, like what you just said, the 出海智能咨询 might be a strong selling point, based on your expertise, and the compliance is like relatively lower. Basically, you just reverse the approach. So you start with intelligent consulting as an entry point. You provide low cost compliance consulting, and some pain point diagnosis. And once clients see that you understand, right, then they will probably slowly, give you authorization or give you trust for handling like cross-border payments or data privacy, or gradually basically integrated to your deeper services. Yeah, just my suggestions. But overall, I like your idea. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Shi, for your time. Yeah, great. Let's move on.
Thank
我们
you.
现在已经进行了，谢谢诗雨。我们现在已经进行了5个项目了，已经过了半场的时间了。我们之前的5个呢，大多数是股权类的项目啊，equity kind of related projects。剩下的4个项目呢，会是债权或者是收益分成类相关的一些 projects。那这些 projects 呢，我们看的时候可能就会换一换脑子了。之前我们可能会看一些这个 business sense、business model 啊，接下来我们可以看它的 return 到底是怎么样的。接下来的这个项目呢，来自海淘，请问海淘的这个 presenter 有准备好吗？
能看到吗？
OK， 已经看到，谢谢啊，时间交给你。
好的，各位线上投资者朋友，大家好。可以了，就今天非常，你先出来，今天非常荣幸能够代表海淘航运为大家介绍我们这个传统行业中非常年轻的公司。首先呢，我想先向大家介绍一下我们公司的情况。海淘航运呢是2014年成立于中国的福建省，在这个航运这个行业里面呢，肯定是一个相对年轻的公司了。然后我们的管理团队呢，也绝大部分都是80后和90后，他们有的来自国际知名的航运管理集团马士基，也有我们一线成长起来的船舶管理和船舶经济的精英。经历了这12年的时间呢，我们从中国的福建省出发，目前已经是一个在香港和新加坡都有主体业务，覆盖了船舶管理、经济、班轮服务的一个大型的航运集团。目前呢，拥有540名员工，年收入达到10亿元人民币。截止目前为止呢，我们有2.3万箱标准箱的运力，同时运营着31艘船舶，其中呢有11艘是我们的自有船舶。特别需要向大家强调的是，这11艘自有船舶中间只有3艘是目前存在融资的，这足以说明我们是一个稳健经营风格的公司。比起更快和更大规模的扩张，我们更加注重的是公司现金流的稳健。作为一支年轻的同时有经验丰富的团队，我们非常希望在今天在这里找到我们长期的事业伙伴。那么下面我们在开始介绍这个底层资产之前呢，我想先请大家看一个10几秒的短片，以便对我们的这个船舶的体量和日常的这个运营模式有一个更感性的认识。现在大家看到的就是本项目的一个底层资产。 在本次的这个项目中间，我们挑选的这2艘船舶呢，既不是我们这个11艘自有船舶中间最大的，也不是最新的。那么我们挑选的标准是什么呢？我们挑选的是目前的这个日租金和这个船的价值比值最高的，也就是 IRR 内部收益率最高的资产。这2艘船目前的这个核心数据呢，在这个表上。然后它的总的这2艘船的总载重吨数呢是接近1万吨，载箱量呢是1870标准箱。船龄的情况呢是一艘是08年建造的，一艘是2011年建造的。那么相对于船龄20、30到40年的支线船舶的这个使用寿命而言呢，这个现在的这2艘船呢是正在当打之年。那么这2艘船目前跑的航线呢，都是中国到东南亚的航线。这个航线呢是目前全球最稳定的航线。工业中间品和电商件是这个航线的主要的货品，因此呢，它的周期和货量都是非常稳定的。然后向大家再介绍一下这个船的这个租约的这个覆盖的情况。先讲一下这个评估值。这2艘船的总的评估值是2056万美金。这个评估价值呢是由国际知名的船舶经纪公司克拉克森出具的，反映的呢是这2艘船目前在市场上的公允售价。而我们这次把这2艘船注入到项目基金的这个估值呢是1700万美金，给出了82%的一个超低折扣。那么为什么我们会折价来做这次的项目呢？主要就是为了确保本次项目的这个产生的现金流能够完全覆盖优先级投资人的本金和这个预期收益。从这个租约上来看，就是这一页上我们也显示了我们目前的2个租约，就是承租人是国际知名的这个FESCO 这个承运方。然后这2个租约的到期日呢，一个是29年的8月，一个是29年的7月，2个租约能够完全覆盖我们本次项目的整个的存续期间。日租金一艘是8500美元，一艘是1.7万美元。这2个租金的合计，就是每日的租金合计是2.55万美元。2个租约每季度可以带来的总收入是225万美元。那么扣除掉这个运营成本和基金的管理成本之后，净现金流是130万美元左右，能够非常轻松地覆盖每季度的优先级投资人的本金和11%的预期收益。这就意味着您在每个季度都能够收到对应的本金和预期收益，不用担心在基金到期的时候，我们作为主体信用能不能够覆盖整个风险敞口，也不用担心这个资产是不是需要处置，或者处置的时候周期有多长，或者呢处置的时候这个价格的这个变动有多大。那么通过在价格上，就是在这个入池的这个价格上打折的方式，我们最大程度的用资产自身的这个信用能覆盖全部的这个风险敞口。那希望投资者在与我们合作的时候呢，能够最大程度的减轻顾虑。那么下一段呢，我来为大家介绍一下我们这个资产的这个法律架构。目前本项目的这个总的期限是2年，总的融资额度是850万美元，预期的回报呢是11%。本金和这个预期回报都是按季付费的。然后这个基金呢会通过2个单船的 SPV 作为载体，这种结构呢就实现了这个基金和这个持有人和我们这个主体之间的这个风险隔离。那么同时我们海淘作为这个发起方还会提供850万美元的这个劣质出资，也就是说在总的这个2056万的资产，我们实际上的融资额只有850万。那么对于这个优先级投资人来说，它的这个抵押率仅仅只有41%左右。然后从这个 IRR 的角度呢，得益于本个项目是这个本金和利息都是按季摊还，所以呢，这个项目的内部就是优先级的内部收益率实际上是超过11%的。我们测算呢是达到11.46%。那么我们认为，在这个美元加息周期的后期，这种双位数的稳健回报，在同类的 RWA 产品中还是极具竞争力的。 另外呢，就为大家介绍一下本项目的一个退出机制。我们设计的这个退出机制呢，是劣后级的投资人在周期结束后有权以$1的价格收购优先级投资人的份额。当然，这个前提是优先级的投资人已经拿到了全部的预期收益。站在优先级投资人的这个角度来想，即使是项目运营中出现了极端波动，那么按照现在已有的就是2年期的租约，就是你的预期收益的敞口也是很小的。那站在劣后级的投资人的角度来看呢，我们绝不可能为了如此之小的一个收益差额，去冒着被这个资产的管理人强行变卖这个资产的这个风险。所以呢，首先在租约上，我们尽力保障了收益的可预期。另外呢，从商业逻辑出发，我们也一定会在到期后回购全部优先级的份额。然后下面呢，为大家再强调一下我们产品提供的这个安全保护。第一呢，就是 SPV 结构能够让2个单独的单船 SPV 持有资产，实现了项目风险和发行人的隔离。第二呢，是超额覆盖，这2艘船的总租金2年期达到了$1861万，总成本只有$638万，净现金流入高达$1223万，而同期的本金和预期收益仅需要支付$955万，覆盖率达到了128%，保障程度非常高。然后另外呢，就是极低的质押率，资产的价值呢有$2056万，作价$1700万装入基金，同时我们还提供了1:1的劣后资产，所以呢，这个优先级的抵押率达到了41%，这意味着即使这个船舶跌价50%以上，您的本金仍然是有足额的资产能够保障的。最后呢，我想说，作为一个年轻的管理团队，我们其实对于本次这种新型的链上融资方式是寄托了非常美好的愿望的。我们认为船舶这类大型的实物资产非常契合链上投资者所推崇的普惠金融的理念，能够将一个稳定收益的大型资产拆分成大家都能够承受的投资份额。因此呢，我们这里给出的条件，对链上投资人给出的条件也远比我们给传统金融机构的债权人的条件要优厚得多。作为 RWA 这个领域的新的发行人，我们深知自身可能还有很大的这个优化空间。例如，我们也观察到，就目前市场上就是2年期这种比较长的存续期的产品确实不多。但是呢，其实换个角度想，得益于我们每个季度还本的这种模式，意味着您在每一个季度都能够获得总投资额12.5%以上的高确定性的这个现金流的回流。作为一家诚意满满的发行人呢，我们也希望将这次产品作为一个比较成功的尝试，并且我们希望借助这种结构，能够在未来的航运行业内展开更多的投资和并购行为。因此，我们非常希望借这次机会找到愿意为我们提供智力支持和战略资源的合作伙伴。如果各位投资人对于产品结构有更好的优化建议，或者拥有相关的行业资源，非常欢迎会后与我们建立联系。我们愿意与大家携手，把产品打磨得更好，共同来探索航运资产上链的这个无限可能。好，谢谢大家。看看各位投资人有什么问题。
好，谢谢。我们已经看到这个上面有两个问题啊，一个就是关于RWA 的这个流动性啊。
首先是这样，就是第一呢，就是因为我们也知道，就是链上的有很多投资人是对于流动性的追求是非常高的，所以呢，我们才会提供了这样一个每个季度有12.5%的本金退出、本金赎回的这样一个方案。那么如果说就是现在在线的有其他的这个做市商，或者是能够提供这个更优化的这个流动性方案的这个基金呢，也同样可以与我们联系，我们共同来商量，就是这个12.5%是否还有再次放大的可能。然后另外呢，就是关于这个投资人的准入机制，就是这个货币类别，就是我们因为等一下，这个有一个投资人提到，就是如果本质是私募信贷类的资产，就是会不会做这个链上的记账？这个是这样的，就是我们在做这个产品之前，其实也看到了，就是我们链上有一些应该说是在其他国别有一些交易所其实是挂出来了，资产是完全是 notes， 就是完全是一个 一个借贷的，但是我们这次呢是想真正的把这个船的产权做到基金里面去，然后呢就是您通过我们的 token 也能够看到船的所有的工况情况，以及它现在的这个运营，就是船行驶到哪里了，然后船的运营情况怎么样，然后每个季度租约实现的情况怎么样，这些您都是能够通过我们的 token 能够看到这个哈希值的。就是在这一点上呢，我们是现在已经硬件已经是安装上传了，然后这1-2个月内是完全能够调试好，能够赶上我们这个发行的周期。然后另外呢，就是认购的这个货币类别呢，就是既可以用美元就是法币来进行认购，也可以用 U 来进行认购。募集资金的用途呢，就是因为我们现在是管理的船舶是31艘，但是其中我们的自有船舶只有11艘，所以呢，目前我们已经向船厂下单了4艘新船的这个建造，然后我们的这个募集的资金呢，就会用于这个新船的建造。
好的，谢谢谢谢，Miranda from 海淘，刚性兑付吗？对，这也是很重要的问题啊，12.5还每个 quarter 就可以退出。
对，是这样的，就是因为从法律上来讲呢，我们只能够说是预期收益，但是呢，我们的租约是覆盖整个这个项目周期的。然后呢，就是就您可以设想一种情况啊，就是首先在绝大多数正常的情况下，这个租约它是会按季度付款的。然后呢，因为我们已经把成本全部都算进去了，包括这个进屋维修的费用，我们也算进去了，然后包括这个链上的这个基金的管理的费用，我们都算进去了。就是从我们现在的这个计算来看呢，就是现在已有的租约对您的收益的保障是128%。然后另外呢，如果说这个项目出现了，就是承租人出现了风险，那我们其实是有承租能力的，因为我们自己本身就是中国的东莞到海防，就是越南海防的这个航线的最大的船东。然后这是第2重保障。第3呢，就是即使这个租约没有到位，在最极端的情况下，这个租约没有到位，那我也不可能，因为这个船的吨位已经达到了1万吨，就是即使比如说差个200-300万，但是我也一定会把这个船买回来的，因为就是即使您按照废钢把这个船卖掉，它也值400-500万，就是我不会为了这个租约留下的敞口，任何极端情况留下的敞口来丧失我对这2艘船的控制权的。所以从这个商业逻辑的角度来看，您可以把它看成是一个刚性兑付。
好的，谢谢 Miranda。那针对这个项目呢，我们也邀请到了蔡控股的 Oscar 来给我们稍微给2句 comment。你觉得这个项目怎么样？它有哪些吸引人的地方，不吸引人的地方？哎，谢谢 Oscar。
您好。
好的，好的。好的，好的，谢谢这个海淘的同事啊。其实这个项目，说实话，我们看完之后觉得是比较经典的，就是这种有底层有固定收益的，然后我们调整到链上发行一个 RWA 的这种项目嘛。那我看到这个项目的一个亮点，包括它第一个底层的2艘船的这种租约都已经是锁定了，现金流都这可见度也非常的高。然后同时的话，我看到你们还做了就是专于2艘船的这个做了这个 SPV 的这个不同的架构，风险做了一个隔离，这个我也看出你们是非常用心的在法律架构上做了一些设计。同时当然还有对于也可以这个就是投入到这个项目当中，对于我们追求一定的这个收益率的优先级的投资人来说，这都是加分项。包括像你们的设计跟其实很多我们看到的一些有底层所谓固定收益的产品不同的一个点，你们是每个季度就会有一定的就是本金的 amortization。 那这个其实也是对于投资人来说是有很大的吸引力的，尤其是刚刚提到的，刚刚有一个 comment 的提到的就是关于这个流动性的，因为我觉得这个的确是可以offset 一定的这个流动性不足的，这线上流动性不足的一个问题。但是这个东西不能说是一个评论，或者是一个，但是更多的是我的一个观察吧。因为我们其实看到的很多这种 RWA 的一个项目啊， 因为你包括你目前的做的这个项目，其实说白了，传统的金融都是能做的嘛，这个传统的创业银行，相信你们很多其他现有的一些这个 financing 都是在这个传统的船运银行里面帮你们做的，可能对于链上的投资人来说。尤其是大部分投资人，除非可能是比较机构、比较专业化的这种投资人，他可能是很难去，因为船运的运营的风险，它其实对他来说是很陌生的。它不像我们刚刚前面可能提到的几个项目，包括一些这时装行业，大家都觉得好像能多少都能了解一点，有说上两句的。但船运行业的这种运营的这种风险。那包括你中间的资产的，尤其是链上的投资人跟传统金融的投资人相比，他其实比较难去对于这个底层他比较难去把握这种所谓的传统金融里面的增信措施。就是真的是出现极端事件和风险事件的时候，它是很难去直接去把握到资产上的一个处置的。当然，你讲的肯定是对的，就是当出现极端风险，你们肯定不会为了就是所谓的一些小额的这种利息去放弃对船的一个控制权。但是的确，对于投资人的角度来说，他怎么样去 pricing 这个东西是一个大的问题，就是。其实我觉得很多时候就是很难去解决，或者是大家去 balance 这个，我把这一个项目摆上 RWA 之后，我跟传统金融或者传统的 financing 相比，我到底的增值在哪里？或者是说，我觉得我的这个风险和收益比例，我怎么样去 justify 这个东西？这个当然不只是你们这一个项目，我觉得其实很多的，尤其是底层收益的，然后传统金融都在做的一些项目，我们把它搬上链上，我们怎么就是作为投资人的角度，大家怎么去 justify 这个东西，怎么去把这个架构设计的更好，这个其实大家还都是一直在学习调整的一个过程当中吧。这就是我的这个 two cents， 谢谢。
好，谢谢，感谢。
好，谢谢奥斯卡，我觉得非常的受用啊，可能这个是我们整个行业里都要去考虑的一个问题啊，关于传统的这个 asset back 的这个 token 要怎么去做 pricing 和它的授信的问题。好，谢谢 Miranda。那我开始连了。好，那接下来我们进入到下一个project，这个 project 呢也是是来自韩国的，这个也是我们收益分成类的。Hi Felix，Hi。
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, yes, I can hear you. Great. Thanks for waiting, and the time will be yours.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me. The RWA start with bonds and then announce stocks. And what is the next? Next frontier is real estate, the world's the largest asset class and the least unlocked. So, for the first time, global investors can invest in the Korean real estate as easily as buying a token. So nowadays, everyone knows the Korean. Everyone knows Korea is having a moment right now. K-pop and K-beauty and IF boom, lifting the Samsung and SK Hynix capital rotating from the equity into the hard asset. The interest is there. What's been missing a clean and compliant way in. So that's the door we broke opens. Verified the Korean real estate yield, distributed on-chain, accessible from anywhere. Today, I will show you 6 assets worth at about 30 million US dollars that are already prepared and the structure that makes them safe. I'm Felix, CEO of Vibro. So these 3 things make us different. Ready asset and downside focused risk engine and 2 streams of revenue. The seed portfolio is 6 buildings leased by the Starbucks with a long contract, 15 years. So already coming in every month. And then second, the risk engine focus on the limiting losses rather than chasing the upside. And we earn from the both token operations and the real estate itself. So verified cash flow means the on-chain distribution. The problem, there is a trust gap that costs money on both sides. In real estate, the trust lives offline, so due diligence is slow and expensive.
taxes and documents and legal checks add up to as much as 10% of the deal. In crypto, there is no verified yield, so investors chase speculation and watch charts all day. So missing link is exactly what we built: verified cash flow plus compliant distribution. In the market, the tokenized real estate market reaches $3.2 trillion by 2030. Our target is 400 million of that. These figures comes from Deloitte, BCG, and Savers. Our target represents just 0.01% market penetration. And the timing matters. Korea is drawing global attention right now. So being the easy on-ramp into the Korean real estate is rare window. A tiny slice of growing market is still large business. So our solution unlocks the liquidity and amplified yield from the real world asset. We tokenize the income producing list asset. We make them tradable 24/7 on the secondary market, and we lower risk through the diversification. On the right is the actual app. An investor sees the Starbucks building, for example, the ticket size and the expected annual return, and right on their phone. Here is the physical building built on-chain cash flow. An income producing property becomes a real estate-backed token, the RBT. The RBT token trades around the clock. Monthly rent is paid out in stablecoin, and staking as extra yield. One building becomes an asset that works in several ways at once. This is heart of the pitch deck. We start from the de-risked cash flowing assets on day one. $30 million, 6 assets ready now. Why Starbucks dragging through? The list run over 10 years. So cash flow is very stable. Starbucks is an investment grade tenant, so rent risk is low. Each asset sits up between $5 and $20 million. The gap, that's too big for individual and too small for institutions. And every location is prime. On the asset first, we see an IRR of 6.54%, and our equity multiple is about 1.8 times. It earns from day one. The business model, we capture value through the dual layer revenue model. Token operations bring the transaction management, staking, and listing fees. The finance model, real estate operations bring the acquisition, management, and performance fee across the asset life cycle, like the Blackstone model. Most RWA projects only have a first layer. The real estate layer is our edge, and it's the kind of life cycle revenue that leading alternative managers are barely on. And we lead both fronts, real estate and technology. The horizon axis is asset origination and control. The vertical axis is on-chain distribution. Our competitor sits on the one side of the other. We originate asset in-house and run dual revenue streams, which place us in the top right along. And GTM, our strategy is simple: enter via asset, covered via user, scale via regulation. We start with a Starbucks list asset, then widen to residential mortgage and global pipeline. We target 3 investor segments: trial user, yield seekers, and family offices, moving them from the interest to soft commitment to allocation. And on regulation, we go from the gray to white, starting with Leg S for non-US investors, then expanding into Dubai, Singapore, and US license, Hong Kong as well. And we go launch the token listing within this year, and the early milestone already done. service launch and asset securing done, and regulatory review and validation done, including making the top 1% of our 2,000 teams at Avalanche build game. Third quarter is a Starbucks tokenization pilot, and fourth quarter is a token generation and exchanging listing. We have a credibility at every layer. I bring real estate appraisal, institutional grade underwriting, and upgrade access to the Korean market. Our CTO, Oscar Choi, built exchange and custody system at COVID and led a smart contract security at Hettraps. The wider teams span investment, research, finance, and operations, and staffed with CPAs and licensed real estate professionals. So we grow assets under management from $14 million to $400 million in 5 years, 28 times, and turn profitable in 5 years. In year 5, so we start tokenizing 2 buildings in 1 year. Cash flow runs negative early as we invest, but as assets accumulate, we losses shrink, and net cash flow turns positive by year 5. With our revenue passing $15 million, detailed assumptions are in a separate file. So token allocation, the low team allocation, long lockup, and the majority reserved for the community. And investment ask, there are 2 ways to partner with us, back to company and back to asset, or both. Track 1 is our company. We built the MVP and our first asset on fund capital with a 0 outside equity. We are opening very small strategic round, a safe or soft $500,000 to $2 million at a 15 million post money cap. We want to partners who bring network and regulatory assets and some assets and a global reach. So track 2 is the asset for those drawn stable, secured Korean real estate yield. You can co-invest alongside with the Starbucks in nearby Seoul. So a pre-tax IRR is about 6.5%. First property secured, the two separate products with the same documentation. Yeah, so to close, the door to Korean real estate just opened, and we are the ones holding it open. $30 million of cash flowing asset and proven team and clear regulatory path, and a verified Korean yield on chain, accessible from the anywhere. So yes, let's build this together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Felix. I see there are questions here. Yes. So the IRR is well, can you see the chat? The IRR is 6%, and the equity multiple is 1.77x. What does equity multiple 1.77x mean?
Equity multiple is if you invest about 10 years, your equity will be 1.77x.
And yeah, okay, let's move on. The other question would be this token, right? On the left side when you are presenting the RBT token holders. Does it own the actual real estate asset, or it is some what kind of legal structure that would be?
Legal structure is we try to make it simple. So the investors will have the right of the profit gain. So we are using the regulation S in the US, so we will use the SPC model. So those investors, so investor can see the smart contract uh, the how sync your investment to the real estate, and also the Korea is the ownership is the ownership document is you can see the government website. So easily you can find the ownership structure. So you can see the your investment very transparently, both smart contract and the document from the Korean government.
So just to repeat, it is the token actually represents the like the economic rights instead of the ownership of the real estate assets, and the actual real asset ownership will be like being transparent, and people can also see from the smart contract. See
Yes,
another question. What's the all-in fee structure? Like, what are the fees involved? If you can elaborate.
all-in fee.
Mm. Yeah. All-in fee structure, would the actual return of end investors be diluted by token-related fees, underlying asset operational fees, any fees like in the middle of the structure, like tokenization agent, for example, what we call it, off-chain registrar or anything like that?
Yes. They have to, the investor can pay the acquisition fee and management fee, but it's a very small amount compared to the real estate, traditional real estate investment.
Yeah, that's another question. What's the minimum amount of entry?
Um, well, we can discuss.
Cool. Yeah, I guess it's still like early designing age. We can
Yeah,
let's
I'm
see
here
if
to
you're
I'm here to find a good partner. So
Mhm.
yeah, money is the
Yeah,
amount. The
cool.
amount is not important.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, I think the conversation I can actually move to the chat actually to further explore what's the opportunities, and they may have further questions.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I will be in Singapore next week. So if there's anyone who want to meet in Singapore, I can make a time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Felix, and
Okay.
thank you
Thank
for your
you.
presentation, and
Thank
let
you
us
to
know about the
guys.
Korean real estate. Thank you. And the next project is off-grid. Off-grid. Sean, you ready?
Yeah, hi, I'm ready. Let me share my
Hi,
screen
looking
first.
forward. Let's do it.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Got it?
Yeah, we can see it. The stage is yours, Sean.
Great. Hi, afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you, Token Planet, for organizing today's demo day. And I would like to thank all the investors, partners, and guests for spending your time with us. I'm Sean, founder and CEO of OffGrid. Probably most people who have heard about OffGrid think we are a ticketing company, but we are not. Currently, we are building Asia-verified live event cash flow infrastructure. Simply put, we are building the financial infrastructure for live events. I'm sure you guys, everybody knows that Every year, there are hundreds of billions of dollars flow to live events such as concerts, fan meetings, and festival. But behind those events, the industry still operates with fragmented data, slow settlement, and limited financing. So our mission is simple. We want to turn fan demand, ticket sales, and event settlement into verified, financeable cash flow. Since launch, Off-Grid has supported ticket sales for more than 60 events, generated over 1.2 million in GMV, and we have also reinvested 5 events and financed 9 events. And this year, we are targeting $3 million of GMV. So today, I would like to show you why we believe live entertainment can become the next investable asset class. The live entertainment industry doesn't have a demand problem. Fans already want live experience. So what we see is the problem is the infrastructure issues. First, organizers need capital before an event, but settlement often comes at least about 30 days after the show. So in reality, capital can be tied about 5 to 9 months or even longer for a single event. That limits how quickly organizers can grow. Second, organizers do not own their fan relationship. Ticketing platforms own the customer data, which makes it harder to market future events effectively. And third, Asia is fragmented. The same artists may have fans across Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, and Southeast Asia, but every market still operates independently. And finally, AI is making digital content almost unlimited. So as digital content becomes easier to create, authentic live experience become even more valuable. But yet the infrastructure behind them has barely changed. So our solutions. Off-Grid connects 3 layers. The first is capital. We help finance selected live events. The second is data. We capture demand before, during, and after ticket sales. And the third is rights. Our digital fan passport builds long-term relationship between fans, organizers, and artists. When these 3 layers work together, something powerful happens. Events stop becoming isolated projects. They become repeatable, measurable, and financeable assets. So this is the infrastructure we are building. So our digital fan passport is actually much more than just a loyalty program. Fan progress through different levels based on participation. So for example, higher tier fans receive things that they like, such as earlier ticket access, exclusive experiences, special merchandise, voting rights, and even community benefits. So over time, it also allow us to understand fan behavior. For example, who attends repeatedly, who buys VIP experience, who supports an artist before tickets even go on sale, and etc. We also recently will be launching a new feature, what we call Bring Your Act to Hong Kong or any other cities that we will be operating in. So instead of organizer guessing demand, fans tell us which artists they want us to bring to their respective city. So this gives us a measurable demand before capital is deployed. So every interaction from fans actually improves the quality of our data. Our scale model. Traditional promoters think one event at a time. Off-Grid thinks one artist relationship at a time. So instead of one artist performing in one city, we want to help organizers secure one artist touring around multiple Asian markets using one infrastructure platform, which is Off-Grid. So this creates 5 major advantages. For example, higher GMV, lower booking costs, better fan intelligence, diversified event risks, and much stronger capital efficiency. And this is how we go beyond ticketing into regional infrastructure. Our AI roadmap starts off with deal underwriting. So every organizer always asks the same question: will this artist sell? And if the country is huge, like China or Japan or Korea, they will ask which cities should we go to? how large should the venue be, and how much capital should they invest? Our event demand score help answer those questions using data instead of intuitions. It actually combines social signals, buyer behavior, local market fit, and event economics plus other algorithms or data. Most importantly, every completed event improves the model, and every event teaches us something new, and every future investment decision becomes smarter. That creates a self-learning underwriting engine for live entertainment. And over time, every event should not only improve the model, but also expand Off-Grid's ability to automate more of the workflow around the event, underwriting, and execution. Our phase one is already live, and with real events now feeding data back into the model for continuous testing and refinement. In the future, our goal is to build a closed-loop intelligence system that observes real event demand, support decision-making, and help organizers and us to improve our execution and even measure actual outcomes and keep learning from every event. So share some real operating results. For one recent event, 259 fans committed before public sales even open, and nearly half come from Off-Grid existing community. I would say about 46%. Some are returnees and some are existing attendees for the past year events. And when public sales open, we sold another 274 tickets within the first hour. And when public sales go through KKTix, that further validate demand, and total sales at KKTix double what Off-Grid has sold. The traditional organizer usually see only fan ticket sales results. Off-Grid sees demand before the event, during ticket sales, and after settlement. So I would say every completed event at another verified cash flow record, another data set, and more learning cycle for our underwriting engine. Our business model. Today, our revenue mainly comes from two core business, ticketing and event financing. As we grow, we add higher value services, include premium, fan packages, and regional tour coordination. Over time, I think very soon, we will have additional revenue that comes from data and analytics, settlement services, portfolio management, and even tokenized investment products as the platform matures. Of course, there are also other auxiliary revenue opportunities around the ecosystem, such as the typical ads and sponsorship placement. But the key point is this: every new revenue stream is built on the same infrastructure, and every event comes more valuable than the last. Entertainment RWA is becoming an institution category, and this is why we believe now is the right time. I'm sure you guys know that around the world, RWA began with treasury bills, private credit, real estate, and others. And I believe Asia may be taking a different path, like South Korea is already exploring tokenized K-pop royalties, which is quite related to what we are doing. And of course, as well as other sectors such as shipping assets and industry supply chains. In other words, Asia is tokenizing industry where it already has strength, real strengths. And we believe live entertainment will be one of those industries. So Off-Grid applies the same logic. We start with real event financing, real ticket sales, real fan demand, real participation, and these are not speculation. So this gives us a much stronger foundation for digital asset. Many RWA projects begin by tokenizing the asset. We begin by verifying the underlying cash flow. What do you mean by that? So that is every ticket sold, every settlement completed, every event financed, and every fan interaction. Together, they create a transparent and auditable operating records. So blockchain is not our product. It is the infrastructure that verifies these records. As our event portfolio grows, this verified cash flow can support licensed investment products together with regulated partners. Our vision is very simple. When investors participate through off-grid, they should be participating in real operating cash flow and not speculation. Our financial projection for current year 2026, base case is $3 million $3 million of GMV, while we continue to improve financing returns and expand to at least 3 to 5 Asian markets. So over the next 18 to 24 months, our goal is to finance at least 40 to 60 shows, build a target of a quarter to 500,000 regional fan profiles, and establish at least several regional event portfolios. This milestone will strengthen both our operating business and our long-term digital asset strategy. Our team combines finance, entertainment, and technology. Myself, my background is corporate banking, M&A, and public company leadership. And our COO, Daisy, leads operation, and she has more than 20 years of marketing, media, and entertainment experience. While Mark brings over 20 years of technology and industry experience. And most importantly, he gives us access to his deep family and industry relationship in entertainment. Our CTO, Alex, has more than 8 years of blockchain and product development experience. We are also supported by Hedge Global in AI, Web3 infrastructure, and regional expansion. So this combination gives us both execution capability and deep industry access. We're currently raising $1 million in our pre-seed extension round. Previously, we have raised $500,000 and more recently $250,000 USD. Of the recent round, all of the funds have been used to deploy into event financing. As you can see, the amount that we are raising this current extension round, 64% goes into event financing, of which one will be mainly into the growth and what we call the growth engine, like a mid to large events that have at least that can cater to about 10,000 attendees. So the remaining amount that we are raising will be invested into tech and product and also operations. So to close, I leave you with one final thought. 20 years ago, Amazon didn't start by building AWS. They start by selling books. Shopee didn't start by becoming a financial infrastructure. They started by helping merchants sell online. And today, we believe Off-Grid follows a similar path. We're helping organizers finance and sell events. But every event also creates something much more valuable. Verified cash flow, verified data, and now we're building a smarter underwriting engine. We hope tomorrow those become the infrastructure that power investment into live entertainment across Asia. And we believe that opportunity is much bigger than ticketing. Thank you. And I leave questions to the ground.
Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. I'm not sure if you can read Chinese. There are several questions in the chat room. Okay, let me just quickly translate it for you. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of background. Compare off-grid with Eventbrite. And okay, so basically the question is there any kind of, if you invest in such a platform, is there a kind of a priority of purchasing tickets, rides being attached? Or like if there is NFT plans arranged, or like what's the pipeline like? Are you actually having some lineups of like popular IPs or stars of their shows? What's the pipeline like?
Yeah, we have a pretty good pipeline. Of course, what we hope to do is for every investment that we eventually offer to, for example, like Token Planet, we want to attach them with, for example, like the typical stocks that you talk about, warrants or even ticketing. So we are actually working with another platform doing the same, of offering like their PI if they invest, offering them to tickets to our upcoming shows. A couple of them is, for example, like one event that we'll be doing is Jung Yin Ho is one of the pretty popular K-pop male artists, like maybe the second generation one. So our focus now is mainly on the K-pop artists. For example, August we'll be launching the event for Kara. Kara is maybe another legacy K-pop artist. So definitely we want to offer fans or investors opportunity to even have earlier priority to purchase tickets or even tickets as an attachment.
Yeah, thank you. And there's another question. Okay, it's more about SFC's regulatory framework of such a product. That question actually I can answer. We have already made several examples of similar projects and the structure. Some of them is already available on EX.io. So this is a whole thing. Like today, that's basically the meaning of demo day and also the meaning of the whole token planet. We want to scale these things. We want to make the asset-backed tokens or receivables into a investable project on chain as well. So yeah. Okay, and there's another is a project similar to the Big Day in Hong Kong. Did you see that?
I'm not very familiar with the Big Day project. Sorry about that.
Okay, I'm just clicking on the link as well. Yep. Okay, let's continue the discussion in the chat room, and I'm also honored to invite Kuma from Hash Global, who is introducing Off-Grid to the Token Planet, to give some comment about the project. Is Kuma ready?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. 用
Yeah, nice.
中文或者英文都可以，对，
Yeah, both work for me. So, basically, let's continue in English. Hi everyone, I'm Kuma, and I work on primary market portfolio support at Hash Global. I'd like to briefly share why Hash Global recommended Off-Grid for this roadshow. Maybe not that brief, maybe it takes some time, but yeah, I believe it's worth to hear. In our primary market investment work, we have been closely following the RWA sector. Our view is that the first phase of RWA has mainly focused on the financial assets, such as US Treasuries, money market funds, and private credit. But in the next phase, beyond the financial RWAs, we are also paying attention to the non-financial RWA opportunities, especially cash flow assets that come from real operating scenarios. Our judgment is that whether these assets can truly become investable in the future depends not simply on putting them on chain, but on whether the cash flow is real, verifiable, recordable, settable, and to some extent replicable. Off-Grid is one of the representative early-stage projects we have seen in this direction. We do not simply see Off-Grid as a ticketing platform, nor do we define it as a traditional event organizer. What we evaluate is that it's addressing a long-standing gap in Asia live entertainment market. This is an industry with real consumers, demand, and real cash flow. But historically, fan demand, tickets, sales, settlement data, and project financing has not been well connected. More specifically, there are a few points about Off-Grid that we find worth highlighting. First, Off-Grid is bringing fan demand forward. Through fine passport, priority ticketing, fine voting, membership benefits, the project can observe core fans' purchase intent and engagement before launching large-scale public ticket sales. This is important for the live entertainment industry because the success of many events depends less on whether there is generate traffic, but more on whether early demands has been judged accurately. Second, off-grid has a certain degree of control over ticketing cash flow. The live entertainment industry often faces a mismatch between upfront funding and the later settlement. Through priority ticket allocation, pre-sales, and settlement records, off-grid is able to lock in and visualize part of the cash flow earlier, and then use that to support event financing and capital recycling. According to the project team, off-grid has already completed complete financing and recycling for 8 events. From 2025 to April 2026, its GMV reached around $930,000, and its target GMV for 2026 is $3 to $4 million. Third, off-grid is accumulating event data such as artist popularity, regional feed, priority tickets conversion, repeat purchase, first hour ticket sales, VIP conversion, cost structure, and break-even tickets number can become very valuable if accumulated over time. In the future, this might help the projects evaluate artists, cities, venues, and single events economies in a more systematic way. This is also why we look at off-grid from an RWA perspective. What we care about is not only packaging concert tickets as on-chain assets. More important, we want to see whether off-grid can first standardize demand, cash flow data, and settlement relationships in a real operation scenario. If that foundation can be built, live entertainment cash flow may have a potential to become a new type of verifiable non-financial RWA assets. So on the team side, just like Sean introduced, off-grid has a clear cross-disciplinary background. The team combines experiences in entertainment operations, brand marketing, artist resources, and tickets execution, together with financial structure capabilities. The core team also has strong resources in Hong Kong and the broader Asia culture and the entertainment scene, including connections with well-known artists, families, and regional entertainment networks. But don't worry, Sean, I will not go into specific personal identities here. But in this industry, resources, trust, and execution capabilities are themselves important barriers. So our recommendation of off-grid is based on 3 judgments. First, this is a market with real cash flow, and its infrastructure is still relatively underdeveloped. Second, off-grid is not just trying to run individual events. It's trying to organize fine demand, ticketing, cash flow, settlement data, and financial capabilities into a replicable model. Third, it's highly aligned with Hash Global's long-term focus on non-official assets RWAs. That means starting from real operating cash flow and scenario-based data, and gradually build new on-chain financial infrastructure. Of course, the project is still at early stage, so this is why we're here today. It still needs to further validate its regional replication capabilities, event ROI stability, capital turnover efficiency, and compliance structure. But based on its market entry point, early data, team resources, and model direction, we believe off-grid is an early stage project worth paying attention to. So that's basically round up of my Hash Global view on off-grid. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuma. I think you not only made a recommendation, you also explained your investment philosophy to everyone here. Yeah, if anyone who thinks their products is aligned with the philosophy, can also just private message Kuma here. OK，马上进入到最后一个项目了。首先，非常感谢在座的58位啊，就是陪我们到这么59位、60位、60位，陪我们到这个时间，从2点钟开始到5点钟，已经3个多小时过去了。感谢你们的耐心的陪伴在这个里面。然后呢，我们最后一个项目是叫做 Jumpy。在此之前呢，我趁着你们大家的这个attention 还在，我再 repeat 一遍。刚才我用英文说了一遍，就是恰巧在回答那个问题的时候。借此机会再说一下，为什么我们有这样的一个 Token Planet，有这样的一个 Demo Day 的这个契机，其实就是在整个的投融资发展的浪潮当中呢，我们也发现了，哎，我们在所谓的 Real World Asset 上面，它其实包含的产品不仅是standard 的比较标准类的金融产品，也包含了一些非标类的产品，不论是私募股权类的，还是这种收益分成类的这种产品。都是在这个RWA 领域里面被不断的提及到的一些东西。那我们在去年1年的时间内，在纯手工的或者是非常从 legal document 到跟 SFC 的对接，做了一些成功的案例出来。那我们其实希望 Token Planet 这个平台通过对接投资人和项目方，再通过 Demo Day 这样的一个形式，通过 book building 的形式，我们也知道大概什么样的项目会得到这个投资人的青睐。这样的形式我们会不断的去 scale 啊。之前比如说3个月啊，我们所有的团队扑上去做一个项目。当我们要把这个 formula 和这个 template 做出来之后，我们可能是3个月可以做30个项目这个也是我们之后想要去着重发展的一个方向，跟大家再一次明确明确这个事情。之前比如说有投资人在聊的时候啊，其实已经分享过这样的一个 vision 了啊，在这里面再次跟大家分享一下。OK，那我们迅速进入到最后一个张皮的发言人是哪位啊？已经到了，Ivan。Hi Ivan。
Hello，Hello，可以听
嗨，
得到吗？
你好。
你好，
听到。
嗯
好的。
，Hello，Hello，好，然后我这边就分享屏幕，嗯，好，稍等啊，可以看到屏幕吗？Hello，可以看得到屏幕吗？
好，可以。
好好，行，那我开始啊。对，然后大家好，我们是江皮，我们是一个链接稳定币进入私募信贷市场的 RWA 平台。那也就是把链上的稳定币资金通过合规的结构，然后链接到北美的私募信贷的产品上面。对，然后我们呢现在看一下这个市场上现在存在的问题啊，就是首先第一个问题就是 DeFi 的这个稳定币用户，他缺少一些 RWA 的资产敞口。那很多 crypto 用户呢，愿意持有 USDC、USDT，也愿意赚稳定的收益，但大部分链上收益还是来自于这个 DeFi 协议内部的一个循环，底层其实并没有一个真正的商业现金流支撑。然后第二个问题就是说，聚焦到北美的这个 SME Finance，那也就是全称是 Small and Medium Enterprise Finance，就中小企业融资。然后这个中小企业的话，尤其在北美啊，然后虽然有庞大的这个现实业务支撑，但有一个他们普遍的一个痛点就是他们的账期比较长。那打个比方，比如说一个企业已经完成了交付，但是客户可能会90天或者120天之后才会付款。那企业在这期间如果需要现金流的话，那通常来说，银行是不愿意给这些中小企业提供足够灵活的融资。那这点不光在这个北美呢，在全世界就是普遍存在这样的一个痛点。但好在就是说北美的话，它有一个稳定的一个合规的架构，然后去在此基础上做出一些创新的 financing。对，然后有一个报告显示，那全球41%的这个小型和微型企业贸易融资申请都被拒绝。对，然后所以这边出现一个很明显的错配啊，那一方面就是稳定币资金在找收益，但另一边是真实世界的这个中小企业在找短期融资，所以我们江皮要解决的就是这个错配。那现在链上有大量的稳定币资金，但目前只有4%到8%这样较低的收益。 与此同时，在这个真实世界里面，尤其是北美的这个中小企业融资市场，那有很多成熟的短周期信贷资产，能够提供更高的收益，还有一个更清晰的一个法律保护。那所以这个，sorry，所以这个江皮关注的就是 SME finance 中的 invoice factoring，也就是发票保理融资。那就是刚刚我们提到了说，就是企业把应收账款它去做成一个这个 invoice 这个发票，然后去卖给一些金融机构，然后这个金融机构再去把它开发出来合适的这种理财产品。那这个市场非常大啊，然后全球的 SME finance 是一个数万亿美元级别的市场。那北美本身的这个保理融资市场也非常成熟，对，那这个就是我刚才说到的这个逻辑，那可以就是企业把这个 invoice 卖给这个机构，那他们就可以提前拿到现金，然后保理机构再把各式各样的这个 invoice 去打包成一个理财产品，然后去卖给想追求更高收益的一个客户，对。然后通常对资金方来说，这类资产有几个特点：第一就是期限比较短，然后是60到180天；第二的话就是底层有一个真实的商业的回款；第三就是资金的周转速度比较快，第四就是这个收益水平也通常高于这个普通 DeFi 的稳定币收益。对，然后所以我们做的话，解决方案其实非常的简单啊。我们首先会作为一个私募信贷的一个 private credit aggregator，那就是说，将 P 把 DeFi 的这个稳定币资金聚合起来，然后配置给经过筛选过以及合规的这个北美的这个保理平台的合作方，然后用户看到的是一个稳定币收益产品，底层其实是由合作的这个呃保理合作方去完成，包括说这个借款人的这个 sourcing，还有就是承销以及回款管理和风险控制。所以江皮在这中间就做3件事，第一件事情就是聚合这个链上的资金，第二就是筛选和管理这个保理合作方，第三就是说通过把真实世界的收益，那通过这个 vote 返回给这个稳定币用户，这个是我们第一阶段的一个核心产品。对，然后这个是我们初步规划的一个3种产品啊。首先，江皮 A 是相对保守的这个 SME Finance Aggregator 产品呢，收益目标比较低，提款周期也比较短啊。然后江皮 B 的话是 Growth 产品啊，收益更高，但提款周期更长。那未来的话，我们会推出我们江皮自己定制化的一个理财产品，也就是我们自己更深度参与资金筛选，还有这个产品结构、理财的结构设计的这样的一个产品。对，那这个的预期的这个收益会相对于前面2个产品会更高一些。嗯。然后再讲一下 SME 这个 finance 的这个好处就在于它有非常在北美啊处于有一个很强的合规要求，所以说相较于其他理财产品能给投资者一个比较好的一个保护。那尤其是在美国和加拿大，对，那就针对这个应收账款还有担保交易和账户控制，美国和加拿大分别有非常成熟的一个法律体系。那比如说美国对应的就是 UCC Article 9，然后还有这个 DACA Deposit Account Control Agreement，还有以及加拿大的 PPSA 这些条款。这些法律机制的作用就是帮助资金方更清晰的定义这个债权、担保物、账户控制和回款路径。这也是我们为什么认为说北美是这个去做 SME Finance RWA 比较合适的一个市场。对，呃，所以这个的话，我们的一个产品结构的介绍。那首先的话，这个产品结构一共分为4步，就是用户把 USDC 和 USDT 存入江皮不同类别的 Vault。第二的话就是江皮对合作的这个保理合作方进行筛选，然后我们会去看它的这些各种各样的历史回款记录啊、资金质量、资产质量、风控流程、法律结构和资金需求。第三的话就是 Vault 的这个资金是分配给这些factoring 保理的合作方，然后让他们投放给 SME 的这个借款人。那第4步就是以这个发票到期以后，保理合作方去收回资金和收益，再把收益返回给这个 Jumpy 的这个Vault，最后分配给用户这样子。对，然后这个就是我们的一个江皮未来会更深度去参与的资产端，那就是这个是我们未来的一个规划，就是定制化的一个理财产品。对，所以在这个阶段的话，如果到了这个阶段，我们需要更强的一个资金获取能力和风控能力，还有法律执行能力，所以我们一开始会先去通过聚合模式去启动这个项目。 然后形成 TVL 一定的 TVL 和用户基础，再逐步发展这个定制化的 RWA 产品，那提升平台的收益率和溢价能力。嗯。然后我们的代币模型就是一个非常简单的一个治理代币模型啊，然后主要承担的就是治理和生态激励的作用啊，比如这个治理代币会有投票权去选择这个保理平台的合作方，还有未来产品拓展等方面的一些投票治理一些讨论。那另外，如果平台未来有产生足够的协议收入呢，也会加入这个回购和燃烧机制。然后对于用户来说，整个流程也会尽量的简单。第一个就是连接钱包，第二就是存入 USDT 和 USDC，第三就是选择姜皮 A 或 B 或 C 这样的产品。第四就是根据产品规则获得收益，然后并按照对应的提款周期退出。在未来，我们会尽可能的优化用户的使用体验，然后并让用户这个真切的感受到他们购买的 RWA 产品是由真实的这些 SME Finance 资产支持的一个稳定币收益产品。对，然后我们再拿这个 SME Finance 的这个理财产品跟传统的一些理财产品进行对比啊。那像传统美债大概是在4%左右，然后 DeFi 的 Stablecoin 产品大概是5%到8%，这是一个平均的一个水平。机构的这种中心化机构的传统机构的 Private Credit 平台，就是类似的产品，大概是7到9。对，然后一些新兴市场的债务大概9到14%。对，然后姜皮的目标收益会更高，然后因为这个 SME Finance 和 Factoring 本身就是较高收益的一个短周期的一个资产。对，不过需要注意的就是早期通过合作方推出的产品，收益目标会根据锁仓周期和风险等级不同的变化。那随着我们的 Partner Network 还有这个定制化的产品上线，然后我们的收益区间会进一步的提高。我们的商业模式主要来自于3个部分。第一的话就是平台管理费，根据每个Vault 的不同去收取。第二就是 Factoring 的合作方和 RWA 产品收益之间的这个价差。第三的话就是比如说相对于姜皮我们这边引入的这个资金产生的利润，然后姜皮可以去按照一定的比例去对利润进行分成。那么随着这个 TVL 的增长，我们的收入也会跟着增长。这也是我们为什么重点就去拓展我们的保理合作方的数量，还有以及这个 TVL 的这个数量。对，然后我们第一年的目标是先做到2.5亿个美金的 TVL，第二年是做到扩大到6.5亿美金，第三年是做到15亿美金的预期的一个规模的 TVL。对。我们的路线是分成4个阶段。对，然后26年 Q2到 Q3是基础阶段，我们先会完成这个智能合约的开发、安全审计以及法律实体的搭建、合作方审查的框架，以及签下第一批的这个保理合作方。然后2026年 Q4是上线阶段，然后目标是上线主网，还有首批的 Vote 部署第一批资金。27年我们会上半年会进入到这个扩张阶段，然后我们希望扩展到12个以上北美的保理平台合作方，并达到这个3亿美金的 TVL。2027下半年之后呢，我们会重点放在全球的用户覆盖以及这个合作方拓展，以及未来更多不同类型的 RWA 产品。然后这是我们的这个团队，我们的团队均来自于这个 Virgo Blue Group。Virgo 是一个加拿大的合规交易所，然后并且在这个 crypto 产品和钱包支付 OTC 合规运营方面有着多年的经验。Virgo 这边团队会对这个项目提供开发全部的开发支持以及保理合作方的一个引进和介绍对。然后团队的话，对于这个 Vocal 的团队，对于这个 crypto infrastructure，还有这个传统金融和私募信贷都有非常深刻的理解，并且拥有这个合规和跨境资金运营的经验。奖品目前的话，我们是已经拿到这个 WaterDrip 水滴资本和 Locktree 私募资本的孵化与投资。然后我们的融资是分为2步，第一步是 Jumpy 的 VC Seed Round，我们计划融资种子轮的话是计划融资500万美金，然后结构是 Safe 加 Token Warrant，然后估值是在2000万左右。对，然后这部分资金主要用于产品开发，然后法律架构，然后这个合作方合作，然后以及市场推广和平台上线。第二步的话是这个姜皮的这个 资产端资金，然后这个的话就是规模不限，最高的预期是到融资1800万美金，然后用于这个理财端的这个产品。对对，然后我们的这个介绍就到此结束了，然后谢谢大家的时间。对，然后
好，谢谢艾凡。
嗯
哎，你能看到问题了吧？已经。
我看不到，对，就是我这边我会回复，
啊。
我这边点
哦，
开它。
你可以先，对，你可以先取消分享啊，先取消分
好好
享屏幕。对对对对，先取消分享屏幕，你就能看见了啊，在那个 chat 里面有，Frank
好，
Lee 问的一个问，对。
对，我看一下。对这一部分我们还在商讨中。对这个的话，预计时间这个暂时还不确定。对，因为我们首期还是会聚焦于这个私募信贷，因为这个是刚好他们那边他们那边这个瑞士的这个合作方就是非常的感兴趣，然后想跟我们再谈这个事情。对，然后大概还需要2、3个月的时间吧。然后，但我们首期还是会聚焦于这个 SME Finance，就是保理平台的融资。对，嗯，哎，这个问题，
对，就是咱们 DeFi 上面的这个用户啊，
嗯
就是所谓的资方吧，是
嗯。
怎么样 target 的，是怎么样的用户画像呢？
用户画像的话，我们就是聚焦于一些就是可能持有大量的这个 USDC 或者 USDT 的这些用户，然后去拓展。对，嗯。
嗯，个人用户。
然后对个人用户包括一些机构可能一些在 crypto 领域比较活跃的一些机构，比如托管方，像 Corpo 这
嗯
些的，我们都可以去触达到。对，嗯。
嗯，好哦，
未
现在
来我们也会和
是
就是不同的这个 DeFi，因为项目还是比较早期的阶段，然后我们会去跟很多的这些 DeFi 的平台去进行一个触达建联，然后去讨论说怎么样把我们的这个产品去 deploy 到他们的这个
嗯
链上，就到他们的协议里面。对，嗯
的，对。
嗯
来，Henry SNZ 的 Henry 的问题就是
嗯，
供应链金融服务商啊，
对。
是，对，是，比如说是联谊融的这种模式嘛？
呃，我们的模式就是比较简单，就是我们去我不太理解这个问题，但是我可以再重复一下我们的这个产品结构，就是我们的话，是一个就是可以理解成一个协议，然后我们会去因为我们已经有建联过非常多的这些像保理平台，包括我们现在已经在谈的一个保理平台，北美那边的一个保理平台去合作，然后他们那边的话。就是把他们的这个已经有的一些这个 invoice，就是他们拿到的一些 invoice，然后我们打包去部署到链上，然后去提供给就是这些是一些已经比较成熟的这些理财产品。首先打包，然后去做成3款 A、B、C 这样3款的产品，然后首先去部署到协议上面。然后未来的话就
嗯
是会跟多家这个保理平台呃用这样的方式去合作，然后去放上去。对
嗯
对，然后我看他这边底层是江皮自己的基金还是第三方代理对，我们自己会有基金，然后像这个enforcing agent 这个我不太理解啊，就是是 CEO 吗？还是
就是人家如果要违约的话，中间是谁来把这个钱
哦，
要回来？
属于我这个就是 factoring 的那个合作方去 帮我们处理这些事情。对，违约的话，其实就是还是合作方他们那边因为很成熟，但他们只是说他们想要触达到这个链上的一些用户，那我们就是江皮作为一个中间人，然后我们就帮这个传统金融的这些机构，然后去跟这些链上的用户去建立一个桥梁。对，所以像后面的风险管理的话，如果像违约这种事情是他们来负责，对，然后未来也可以引入一些相当于一些保险之类的一些机构去预防这种此类事情的发生。
嗯，对
从链
对，
上，
从链上到底层现金流中间隔了几层，哎，这是一个非常基础的问题。比如说，我们是中间包了一个基金啊，然后还是基金有没有牌照啊这类的问题。
OK，那这个的话，因为我
嗯
们项目比较早期的一个阶段，所以说我们的话就是去这个牌照我们是会申请的，对，然后那个中间的话，其实就是我们就链上用户到我们，然后我们再到
嗯
保利平台，就大概是这样的3层的。然后未来就只有3层，然后未来的话，我们会去参与这个就是风险管理，然后还有这个理财产品的一些筛选，对，
嗯
就是在前提在这个合作的这个基础上面，然后包括前面的一些业务都已经比较成熟的情况下，我们会去慢慢的往更深度的去参与，对，嗯，token 的持有者门槛是 PL 是 retail。token 的话就是只做治理 token，因为治理 token 的话能规避到这个被判定为证券的风险，对，然后应该是没有收益的，对，嗯，token 的话只做一个治理的作用。江皮是否 fall into 这个 RUGS 这个是不太确定是，
，Regas，美国的。
对，我们是这个基于北美的这个就美国的这个合规框架下去成立这个公司的，对，然后所有的运作都是遵循这个美国的法律要求，对。
哦哦，哎，嗯。我觉得可能接下来还有很多要沟通的地方，一些细节的地
嗯，
方。
对对，
那我
嗯，
也最后要邀请一下水滴啊，水滴的这个代表来给我们这个介绍一下你们投资的这个理念，投资咱们张比的这个理念。水滴的代表在吧？水滴在。
在的，Hello，可以听到
哎
吗
哎，Look 你好，
？Hello，
好听得到。
哎，Hello，Hello，
哎，
对，我就简单说一下，因为刚才那个 Evan 其实也说了蛮多关于奖品这方面的一些包括他做什么的，包括他的一些细节东西。那我简单讲讲我们水滴为什么会投奖品，以及去目前的话非常大力去扶持奖品，去帮奖品做孵化。那首先聊到这个大赛道的话，其实 RWA 对 Web3来说其实是一个非常重要的方向嘛，包括看刚才前2个项目，其实在做 RWA 这一块，想去做一些破局嘛。那现在这个很现实的问题就是说，大部分的这种稳定币资金其实在寻找收益，然后链上的话，但是用户在这个传统的就是 Web2的这种传统的这种不是 Web2，不好意思，Web3的这种传统 DeFi 里面，其实回报比较有限，但是现实时间里呢，像这种中小型企业的融资呀，包括像这种供应链金融啊，包括这种应收账款这种场景的话，确实又存在一些比较大的一个资金缺口。这其实刚才Evan 提到说这个错配，就是说张明想解决的就是中间的错配，它其实不是简单就是说做一个 DeFi 的收益产品，他更希望把这种相当于说稳定币的资本，然后连接到刚刚他也提到说这个 SME 的这个 finance，这个在北美市场已经非常成熟了。那也就相当于说是把中小企业的这种融资和 invoice factoring，应收账款这种应用到这种融资场景中。那作为这种 VC 角度来看的话，其实我们投奖品的话，其实不因为它单纯是讲 DeFi 讲收益嘛，对吧？不是它单纯去讲这种高收益。那我们觉得它其实是把3种东西结合起来，第一个是稳定币的流动性，第二是真实世界的这种现金流，第三类就是我觉得是非常重要的一个可执行的法律结构。也就是这个，我觉得是目前来说对我们来说其实是 RWA 项目的一个模块化的一个非常关键的一个地方。那加密的话，刚才他也说了，就设计了不同的一些风险以及流动偏好的3种产品嘛。那包括像这种SME 的这种 finance aggregator 也包括像未来可能会有更定制化的这种 bespoke 的这种模式。那它的目标用户 其实不仅仅是这个crypto native 的这种收益用户，其实还包括有更多像这种未来通过链上的方式参加这种私募信贷啊、参加 RWA 啊、参加稳定币收益产品的这种机构或者说家庭办公室。那对我们来说啊，其实其实 RWA 这个赛道其实说了也蛮久了嘛，对吧？但是我们觉得它目前来说的话，其实它不是一个光靠叙事这种成功赛道，其实它最终考验的还是你的一个资产筛选能力，以及一个合作伙伴的这种质量，以及法律结构，以及风控能力，以及包括持续运营能力。那其实也就是为什么我们这么看重江飞背后的这个团队的执行能力，我们觉得还是对我们来说，我们目前来说觉得还是不错的。那刚提到说这个 Virgo，刚才 Evan 漏一点说一点，就是 Virgo 其实是一家加拿大已经完全合规的一家交易所。那他们在加密产品啊，包括在这种交易支付啊、钱包以及基础设施这块已经做得非常非常大了，然后已经有非常多年的经验。然后在加拿大呀、包括澳大利亚、包括美国这些市场都有一些运营的实际的运营基础。那对于一个RW 项目来说啊，其实单纯有这个金融模型还不够呢，它更多还需要像这种链上产品能力啊，包括像资金入口能力啊，包括像安全架构能力啊，以及跨地区的这种合规和运营经验。那 Virgo 在这个钱包支付、ODC 以及包括零售平台上这种积累的话，其实就给张品从一开始的产品设计到实际上线提供了，我们觉得是提供非常扎实的这种技术和运营支撑。那同时的话，张品也拥有其他一些 advisor， 那这些 advisor 其实都包括在像 crypto Web3以及 TradeFi 这些顾问，或者像目前我们和 Rocktree 这种资本资源，那其实覆盖的还是蛮广泛的，包括像风险投资、房地产金融、rent， 然后私募信贷和这种加密信贷这些领域。那如果这个团队只懂 crypto 的话，那他可能不够理解这种真实资产，但又只懂这种真实资产传统金融化，但又很难去把这个产品真正带到链上。那目前加密这个团队结构的话，我们觉得说在这两个方面形成一个互补吧。那总的来说，就是说我们觉得加密是抓住了一个非常好的一个非常重要的一个趋势吧，就是说稳定币不应该只留在交易或者说是存款利息里面，它未来更需要去更深入去进入一些真实经济的这种融资体系。那刚才说的这个非常温和的这种 SME 的 finance 的以及非常合规的这个方式呢，也可能是稳定币进入未来这个现金世界流的非常重要的入口之一。所以最后就是我们是非常高兴看到，就是加密在这种 RWA private credit 上这方面探索，就是我们希望它可以把 DeFi 这种资本效率啊，包括对现实世界金融这种法律保护以及收益资产结合起来，然后为稳定币用户、企业融资以及整个 RWA 生态吧带来这种全新的这种可能性。对，就这些，谢谢大家。
好，谢谢 Luke，也补充了很多关于张比的点啊，关于比如说在北美的合规性的问题上。OK，那这个我们最后一个项目也介绍完毕了。那我们整个的今天的 Demo Day，再一次感谢大家陪我们这么长时间，然后听了很多项目。哦张比这个，对张比这个，我看一下奥斯卡还在不在？奥斯卡在吗？OK，奥斯卡，那对啊，太好了。那张比这个项目你也听了项目了，也听了这个水滴的一些评论了，对。
我简单说几句吧。这个 Jumpy 这个项目也是非常典型的，因为它切入的就是一个我们说非常真实存在的一个 market gap 嘛，就是我们拿着虚拟货币的这个投资人拿着 USDT、USDC，我们赚到的只能4%、8%这样一个收益。但是像我觉得 Jumpy 团队发现的是把这个北美的这 SME 保理市场的这个资金的缺口跟这个USDT、USDC 投资人的这种收益的需求的这个，其实的确是很 match， 因为跟目前我们知道所有的 RWA 里面规模做的最大的，其实也是美国的像这个 mortgage 的市场，他们把这个相应的美国地产 mortgage 然后 RWA 化，其实这个是非常类似的一个东西。但是我唯一一个可能听到今天的，可能因为时间关系，包括可能美国法律比较复杂，我觉得对于 sophisticated 投资人来点。提醒一下团队的一点，可能就是 sophisticated investor 来讲，其实怎么样把这个传统的金融资产和链上的资产这个安全性能够链接起来。其实团队讲到了很多，就是说这个美国的法律的这个对于这种保理业务的这种保护，其实可以让这个资产的安全性啊，这个 transparency 都可以做得很好。那可能这一点稍微可能再加强一点，或者是给我们解释一下，因为 很明显的看到，因为如果我们记得刚刚有一个就是我们船舶 financing 的，它的收益率其实优先级投资人的收益率是11%，但咱们这边的这个收益率几乎是翻倍的。那其实这个大家普遍肯定这个收益率范围内，大家会觉得是一个比较高风险的资产，底层资产是高风险。那这个东西怎么样去 justify 它的这个风险和它的收益，其实可能会是这一点要多下一点点功夫吧，我觉得。但是我最后想说，我觉得这个团队是非常有 ambition 的，就是我看是一个不到10人的团队，然后第一年的这个 TVL 就希望是做到这个2.5亿美金，是非常有 ambition 的，努力加油。
好，谢谢奥斯卡的一个 comment 啊，也点到了一些一些我们之前没有关注到的一些问题。OK，那再 wrap up 一次，谢谢大家。我在这里面呢，再跟大家说一下整个 Token Planet 的这个 flow。今天大家看到了非常非常多种样的projects，是这个医美行业也好啊，我们的 fashion 行业也好啊，韩国的地产呀，这个我们币圈的项目也好，其实是种类非常非常多的。那在这种多种类的项目里面呢，其实我们聚集了这么多投资人在这里听了一下午，并不太完全的能够 get 到大家其实投的领域都是什么。就相信每一家都有自己的 mandate 嘛。我想要投一个比如说是 crypto 相关的类的产业，我想要投的是一个早期的一个初创团队，我想投的是一个成长期的团队。其实我们并不是很清楚。那 Token Planet 呢，其实也设计了这样的一套机制。我们刚上线也没多久啊，其实从上线到现在，其实也就2个月左右的一个时间。借助这个 AI voice 助手叫做 Samantha，所以接下来呢，我们的 demo day 还会有第2期、第3期，然后我们也会不断的 explore 更 efficient 的办法，就是 time efficient 的办法，怎么能快速的让大家看到一些项目，看到一些项目的亮点。我们也在不断的成长过程中，但是我还是 highly recommend 大家把自己的profile 完善一下，然后我们在推项目的时候呢，其实能够更加专注。比如说，知道您想要投这类的项目，我们就把这类的项目推给您。推给您之后呢，您也可以就是在后台点选比如说我对这个东西感兴趣我想在下一期 demo day 看到这个项目。那么在整个综合评分的上面呢，其实是能够帮助我们筛选更加适合您的 appetite 这种产品。OK，那我们第1期这个 demo day 就这样结束了。然后结束的时候呢，我们还是一样要跟大家说，今天结束了，不代表这个事情就完了。那大家填了一个数字就完了。我们其实下一步呢是要给这些比较popular 的项目执行发 RWA，所以您把这个 profile 填好也是非常非常重要的。就是我们您今天填了数字，我们会回头联系你的。比如说这个马上 RWA 就要发了，马上在我们平台就要上架了，那今天来参加 demo day 的，今天来参加填写了 intention 的，肯定是有优先的这个认购权的。所以这是一系列跟大家想要提醒的事情Look forward to your profile on the Token Planet。最后呢，我们也非常非常感谢 Finovers 对我们来说一路以来的支持。从我们第一天 launch 这个 Token Planet，就对我们鼎力支持，包括也贡献了这个 AI 助手 Samantha， 也是来自于他们的。所以那最后我请 Chris 来给我们做一个 wrapping up 的 remark， 谢谢 Chris。
Hello，那我就用英文去做一个简单的 wrap up 啊。对，
Thank you。
就是So I think today didn't really feel like a typical demo day. It feels like more like a preview of what the future fundraising will look like. So normally, as the head of investment, our focus is very simple. I look for alpha. I search for that sweet spot where tech meets real market demand. But stepping in as an AI partner this time, working with the EXIO with Toya team, and we leverage Samantha AI through, this project. We're doing more than, evaluating deals. What we're doing is we're rethinking and reshaping, how projects can actually raise capital altogether. So to briefly explain Samantha, Samantha is the AI community host created by Finovers. So very simple, she'll just have a short 5 to 10 minute call with both investors and startups. So behind the scenes, we'll evaluate startup projects and investor profiles, which allow us to match with the right founders and also with the right capital. So we basically help startups fundraise faster while ensuring investors see opportunities that align with their goals. So today, I don't think we're just watching pitches. We were helping founders to build smarter and more efficient, transparent fundraising structures. And this is our Finoverse vision. We're not really replacing relationships with tech, but we're also building a new way, to connect people with the right ones. And for Token Planet, we want to connect founders with the right investors. So I think a lot of investors have pledged their interest today. So we'll be setting up meetings and startups with investors very soon. So thanks everyone, especially Finoverse and EXIO's team. And of course, everyone to make this happen. This is our first demo day. Looking forward to more. And of course, the start of a new way of investing. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
谢谢
everyone. Bye
Toya，
bye.
谢谢，
谢谢
拜
Chris.
拜。